so organized this time. Actually, I spent a lot of time fiddling with my internet setup. So.
Oh, did you make it good? Hello, everybody. We're here. We're live.
Hello.
It's time.
Well, it's been good all week. So sorry, my internet connection's been good all week, which means that it'll inevitably choke
It'll
now.
never die. Yeah, yeah. That's just how it works. That's always how it works. Hello, everyone. It's been an exciting. Has it been an exciting week? Is anything?
I don't think it has been an exciting.
Oh
I think it's been
no.
an unremarkable week. No, it's just been unremarkable. I was sitting there going like, oh, what can I talk about on the stream this week? And I was like, oh, I don't have anything.
Yeah,
Nothing
I'm a little
happened.
like. I also feel like I'm in a place where I don't have anything too thrilling going on. Like life is continuing. Oh, my PlayStation thing just told me that you signed on, which is fun. What is this that I'm getting an advertisement for?
I mean, it's COVID times, right? They're not supposed to be thrilling, right?
Well, it would be nice if cool things were happening. Well, I'm getting through the ads. It's an ad for Gemma.
It's all right.
It's
I'm not
no, it's
doing
an ad
anything.
for that new Viking-y game that everyone's having advertised to them. Why is it such a long ad? It's still going. Stop. Stop. I'm not gonna grace you with factoids about what it's actually an ad for, even because of how sad it makes me. And instead I can jump over here and I'm going to change the window size a little bit so we get some better views.
I'm looking quite. I think I've set up. For some reason, my table is not in the position it normally is. Oh, I see. I see. It's probably
Okay, now I can watch you do your mini cack pops, which
my
is possibly the
my
most exciting
profile
thing.
is not very nice, so I don't want too much like
All
there.
of you is very nice.
It's no, it's quite angular profile,
It's
you know.
always the best. You're always the best.
Do you not think it's a bit Roman, maybe?
Yeah, you can put it on a coin.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
Balls.
I'm going to paste in the look at me
11's probably not too bad, is it?
section. Now people can look at us and see that we are truly people who play Mahjong on the internet.
I had a dream about taking a flight. That's what I did do this week. And then I
Ooh.
was like, I know, I really want to get on a plane.
Yeah. It's more possible now. Oh, there's nothing good. That might be good, actually. That could be a 987 right there. But it wasn't. Now I get to criticize
Yeah.
your cactpot. I get to shriek most hideously at your cactpot.
Oh, that was bullshit. Oh, I didn't get anything good. Right, okay, I'll queue for...
Could be. 138. Nah, that's not okay.
No, I'll queue for
Yeah, it's
Mahjong
time
now.
to queue up.
We're still
Am I
quite
too
fat. Just
magnified? Do I have to make you smaller? Am I the too smaller?
because nothing's happening. So we can... I'm still waiting for my jab.
Okay, that should be about right. Okay. So waiting for the... Well, you're number 2, right? You're number 2 jab. Double jab.
My number 2 jab, yeah, my second jab. So.
Okay, and then you'll be all jabbed up, and then you can
And then
travel
I
the world, right?
might be able to travel. Well, if they let us in. I mean, the US still doesn't let Brits in, right?
I mean,
I don't blame you guys.
no.
That's not an accusatory tone.
No, I don't
I
think we
was
can.
like,
You're all Delta all the time, and we got enough of that crap.
well, it's going down now. Actually, it's looking a bit more positive. I don't know why. I don't think they know why. But maybe it's hitting the wall of vaccination. I mean, we're like 70% vaccinated or something now. I mean,
The other thing is you can only track it so much. Like, there's got to be a point where it's just hit enough people. You even, forgetting vaccination, where it has to slow down at some point. It can't just accelerate forever.
yeah. There's this weird so there's two ways that we check the virus here. There's the
Hi, Carol.
statistics where people volunteer to get tested because they're feeling unwell or they know they've been in close contact. And then we have this ONS that takes people at random and tests them, right? And so the randomized one is still coming up with it's still going up. The pandemic is still getting worse. Whereas the one where people are presenting themselves for testing, it's looking like they're going down. So I don't know if it's just because people are feeling less sick, so they're presenting for testing less. And that's still a good thing, right?
Yeah, no, that's definitely a good thing. Did your stream just
Yeah.
freeze on me? Your stream just froze on me. Why?
A minute.
Go
It
stream.
says I'm still broadcasting.
I know, I'm just kicking it. I'm gonna kick it. Why is there always the problems? Everything used to be so nice.
Yeah.
Let me see if it's me. Maybe it's me.
I still haven't been stabbed yet. No, yeah. I'm just waiting for my second one because here in the UK they've decided that the bestest way to get a stab is to we call them shots. I know you call them shots in America. Maybe it's too
We do call
scary to
them
call them
shots
shots
in
in
America.
America. Maybe because they could be actual shooting shots rather than just a. Whereas here we're like, well, it's only going to be a jab. Yeah, no. So here they demand that you have at least an 8 week gap between the first two jabs unless there's a pressing reason.
No, we're really not doing that much
Like
here.
like
Just gonna
yeah,
refresh this whole
like
Twitch
like
thing.
you know you're in
Probably
contact
get
with a
it. Oh, here we
cancer
go.
patient or something, and then they'll jab you much quicker. But
Here we
otherwise, you
go.
have to wait your
Oh
eight
no, but
weeks.
it's just off centered. Let me fix that.
You
There we go. Now we can see everything appropriately almost. Hold on, I just gotta fix
got your
everything.
first early. Yeah, I'm glad you got your first earlier. I mean, that's the way it should be, right? Like, and you know what, the percentage like improvement that they're quoting if you wait 8 weeks is so minimal anyway. But as an MMO player, you know, I'm always looking for the tiny percentage increase. That's what I don't get about anti-vaxxers, right? If someone told you you could, you know, in World of Warcraft that you could reduce your chance of getting a
Everyone
debuff by
just do it.
60%, you'd be like, whoa, 60%? That would be the best. But in reality, most of the time we're like, ooh, a 5% less chance. I farmed crap in botany that has a much lower chance than 60%. And it took hours, but I did it.
So what do we got here? In Tileland, it looks like a 345 Sanchoku is
It's
brewing. It's potentially brewing.
yeah, it's very
So let me move this
boring
over. Wait, what?
hand actually.
Oh, why? Why is it boring? This
Right.
is exciting.
I don't know. No, well,
There
it's
we go.
too slow, and it's getting to the point where I'm halfway through my drawers.
Hmm.
I'm starting to wonder if I should think about bailing.
Why would you think about bailing?
Well, all of these shapes are bad, right? There's only actually one two-sided shape here. All the others are. There's potentially two two-sided shapes depending on what I draw.
Oh, that's kind
It's
of
not
exciting.
great.
And
I
now you reach
wouldn't
on
go as far as
10.
this.
It's just the bad one.
Yeah. I am. I'm definitely thinking about. Luckily, I have these two white dragons,
Oh, it's
which I
gonna get less
should be
lucky as you
able
keep
to
going,
exit
though.
with. Mm.
Like, I feel like we're starting to get to the point where you have to worry that someone actually wants them because no one's throwing them. Although that 6 being safe is a little bit of a pleasant
There you go. I'm
sensation.
not gonna. Yeah,
Okay,
I'm not gonna
now you
fund
know
that
they're
'cause,
good. Yeah.
yeah.
Now you know they're good, though.
Yeah, I also thought it was an excuse throughout, but I don't know.
Let
Like,
me bring this closer to
it
my
doesn't
world.
sound like
There
an
we go.
excuse
Oh,
anymore.
whoa. You
Wow,
got
if
someone
that
on
was a.
That's a gutsy weight there. Pooh.
I
Okay.
do not like that weight, especially when you think like there's just so much you could do to improve that.
Yeah, yeah. Getting to Tanya is real easy.
Yeah, Tanya
Getting to Pinfu is
Pinfu
pretty easy.
just improve the weight so it's not like one or two left of
Yeah,
a central
but
tile.
Ipatsuma makes up for Tanya Pinfu, right?
Yeah, yeah, he did it. He did it.
It's good
So who am
luck.
I to talk? But
It's good luck.
this is a quick match, so that's
Now,
a
this has a
real
lot
bugger for
better
me.
shapes in it.
Yeah, I know. This is what I wanted to draw on my dealership, right?
Yeah, this is like all two-sided shapes. This is great. And it's traditional Dora, so 3-pin is the Dora. So you're good for that. Don't have to worry about non-traditional Dora. I wish I could get all the network stuff just working better. It's always so frustrating when it doesn't work perfectly. Okay, now you just have too many good shapes is your problem here.
Yeah, I'm short a pair, but it's not a disaster right now.
No, you got plenty of time to get a pair. I feel like if you have to chuck a good shape, you're probably going to want to chuck the 7-8 Mon. Or, yeah, you probably want to chuck the 7-8 Mon because you have the 4-5-6 Sanchoku opportunity right now.
I don't know. Like first of all, like dropping the 7-8 means that I won't be able to get a three-sided weight.
Yes.
Secondly,
true.
waiting on a 6-9 tends to be better
Just because people are more
than
likely to
a
throw it.
6 weight.
Well, now you got your
Yeah.
pair. So now it's all going to come down to Sanchoku.
I think if I draw the 4-pin, I'd be tempted. I'll be honest.
With the
Maybe
4-pin, it's
6-0
worth
as
going
well.
for. With the 6-0, it's kind of worth going for. The 6-man is where it gets
Yeah.
questionable because then you get that three-sided weight option pretty much locked in.
Yeah, and even the 6-0, I'd be tempted to not.
Oh, a
because I
con.
could make it a tanyao, which is and lock in something rather than
Why? Look at
fishful.
that
Because we are,
placement of the con. That's a concealed con, right?
yes,
Why is it
that's weird.
placed like that?
Oh yeah,
Now, I can think of a reason why it's placed like that, due to my recent
because they didn't
experience.
program it proper.
Well, because it takes up no more space on the screen than any other called set would.
Mm. But I
But a
feel like
called
maybe they
con,
should have turned. Yeah, I feel like maybe they should have like turned over another of the tiles.
maybe. I don't know. It's just weird. I've never seen a placement like that before of a concealed con.
Hmm.
Obviously, that player is cheating. They are not cheating. Um, it's just it's one of those little things where it's like when I see someone do something different at the table, I'm just like, wait, I've never seen that before.
I had not noticed that happen actually. Yeah,
Now I want to go through some of our previous games where cons had happened and see like
I'm sure it's happened
how they're
before, but we
displayed.
just didn't notice
Oh yeah,
because
but
we were
I'm
getting so
wondering if
excited
they
about
display the
cans
open con differently as well, and I never thought about
as
it.
well. Yeah, this one pin feels dangerous to me because they could
Yeah,
easily have a two.
it's sad though because now your Nagashi Mangan is done. And 3-pin was a Dora, so like being in a 1-4 weight is a pretty reasonable way to be if you have a Dora in your hand you want to use. So,
Uh,
well, you can keep the 1-pin now, but can you get rid of the two? Oh, up, up, up. All right,
yeah, so it makes safe for me. So that
got
makes
away
that
with it.
easy. It's a nice decision.
And you're still staying kind of alive here, actually, which is interesting. You're not that far away from Tempai. You're still
No,
Tushan-ten.
I haven't. I haven't had to throw away a tile that would have pushed me into Tempai
Yeah, although
somehow.
this reach is not gonna help.
Well, I can at least avoid the e-pads, sir.
It's one chance you never fair, right? So we didn't see that, but force okay. It's fair job. I think you can't Chombo in this setup.
No, no. They're not that cruel. They've locked you into a 45-minute minimum dungeon. They're not
I think
going to
it's
start
mahjong time that lets you Chombo,
Yeah, it's Mahjong time.
which is
Yeah.
crazy. The fact that they do that is crazy. 5-man makes it through.
I think the eight's safe. There you go.
All right,
Question now,
Ishan-ten.
as we get into our last line of discards, is do I call to get into Tempai? It might be worth it.
It's like a substantial chunk of points actually.
Mm,
It's like a 2,500 point difference, right? Because you get plus 1,000 instead of minus 1,500 at least.
yeah,
So it might actually be worth it.
I think. And the one is not safe, but it's. I reckon I can get away with it. So let's do it.
It's not the dumbest thing.
I've certainly done dumber things.
Yeah. And you did get away with it, so there we go. All's well that ends well, right? Ah!
The worst. And now the super long description for Footy 10 comes
Yeah,
up.
Footy 10 is a thing that you do only if you are incorrect. Ah, and then they sumo anyway. On the closed weight, they're really pushing hard on these hands.
They like these closed weights, huh? But I'm not East, so it's actually not too bad.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
too
I'd do
bad.
that again. I'd do that again.
I think the call was worth it. I think the push on that was worth it. I think that was a correct decision, according to Dave.
I'm glad I have your hot take. I wouldn't be confident to do these
No,
things without you here.
you really need someone to tell
Yeah.
you. Ooh,
Oh,
all
I
right.
just threw my seat wind. That was an error. I was meant to throw away the south, but
Oh no,
eyes
it's
didn't.
all right. It's all right. It's
My
all right.
hand-eye
You'll fix it.
coordination
You'll fix it
not
by just
work.
drawing 3 more of them, like I would. Just do what I would do and draw every West there's ever been.
Yeah,
6.
nothing has happened this week. Like the news has even been boring,
No, it's
right?
just been boring. It's just been
Nothing's
straight up
happened.
boring. Well, no, we have more amazing COVID follies in the
I
United States,
miss,
of course.
yeah, I miss that orange man. Always
Please
starting
don't
World
say
War
that.
Three every now and then.
The worst. He remains the worst.
Yeah, you can't president. I'm not so keen on him either, but you know what?
He's not
He
that kind of
doesn't
bad. Like
terrify
you
me.
can disagree with stuff
Yeah.
he does. Like that's fine. I mean, I probably disagree with some stuff he does too. That's life. But he's not a walking disgrace. So the Olympics has been a big thing. Okay,
I have been watching the Olympics, yeah. I mean, it was the time
how
zone's bad for us anyway.
I don't know why I have this feeling, and I might be
Did you lose
miss
at baseball?
what? Oh,
Did you lose at
I think
baseball?
we did lose at baseball. We lost at baseball.
Yeah, okay.
It was weird. I don't think we got knocked out for it, but like both our baseball and our basketball teams, our women's basketball team, I think lost the first time in like 5 years or something. Like everyone is just the thing that makes this Olympics weirdly interesting is that it seems like everyone who's there is just out of it. Like it's just
Well,
having a
I mean,
weird time.
it's the
Uh,
heat as well, right? Like, it's China and Japan at the top of the table, right? And that's really not that surprising considering they're used to operating in that temperature.
Maybe. Wow, was it two? That's a good weight for such an early reach. Whew.
Yeah, that's nice. You'd think they'd get more points, but unfortunately,
Yeah,
they
they
don't
got
know.
very little points for that, but that's a nice weight for a fast reach. That's pretty sweet. Of course, this puts second place well within your grasp. You really just have to win literally. No, not literally anything. With the. Actually, this is not a bad hand if you just go nuts.
This is weird, yeah.
You can just call the Winds and Dragons and just Honor Toad out.
I'm gonna keep the outside tiles available on this
Yeah,
one, I think.
because if you get
Yeah,
South
no,
Dory, you're fine. You're done.
oh, that was a thing in the news, right? Your gymnast lady
How do you
retired or
pronounce her last
whatever.
name? Am I wrong? For
Do you
some
know what?
reason,
I can't remember her name at all. Is it
Simone.
Simone
It's
Biles?
Biles. Now, for some reason,
I'd go for Biles.
Biles doesn't sound wrong to me, but for some reason, I have this weird idea that it was Biaz. But I could be remembering
It
some
might be.
other gymnast from many years ago, and I feel like I don't remember properly, which is
Do you,
dumb.
do you know what? I'm really afraid to say American people's names now because, especially because there's a lot of Germanic looking names, and I tend to try and say them with a German in the German pronunciation, and then someone told
Mm,
me it was racist once, and I was like,
what?
"Is it?" But that's well,
No,
because
it's
like,
not.
is it? Well, it's the lady from Serial. I didn't realize she pronounced her name Koenig or something, but it's Koenig, right? It's for King, Sarah King, but she spells
Okay.
it the German way, so I'd go for Koenig, right? And then they're like, oh, and then because like Weinstein, how do you pronounce his name? There, I don't know, but I would
Weinstein?
always go for I go for a Stein because it's a German name, right? And then someone
No,
was like,
no
oh
one
no
does
no,
that.
you're
I mean, to be
making it
fair, no
sound
one does
yeah
that. But it's not
yeah I know, but
racist.
that's
It's just incorrect.
well, someone was
Like,
like, oh, you're making it sound too Jewish, and I'm like, oh, I hadn't thought about that, and I certainly wasn't like I don't know, I was a weird
no,
conversation I
no.
had with
I'll
that
tell.
individual.
Let me set it straight as an American and a Jew, so I can say all these things.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, you can say go for
there
it.
is like a particular way that a lot of those German names have gotten like flattened into Americanism. So like
Yeah,
it's not Weinstein, it's Weinstein. That's how we would
yeah,
say it here. And obviously, as an American
yeah, yeah.
and a Jew and a Northeasterner who's familiar with all these things, like it's very instinctual for me to say it the way we would normally say it because that's
Right.
just what
And
I
because
am.
I'd only ever seen it like written down or like, our BBC presenters pronouncing it in a bit of a Germanic way.
Right, right. But like it's not racist to look at a word that comes from another language and pronounce it like that language would look. It is racist to look at someone and be like, I bet his name's Goldberg when you don't know his name because you think he looks Jewish. That's a little weird and racist. But to see the
Okay,
name
that would be
and say like, oh, you're Steve Goldberg, and he's like, excuse me, it's Goldberg. It's like, all right, fine, fine. It said Goldberg, so I said Goldberg, and now you've told me how to pronounce your name, and I have no problem accepting that, and I will pronounce your name the way you say you
right.
should, and that's
Yes.
all cool. But you can't get mad at me for pronouncing it a totally rational way based on the word. Like, which is why I like the
Yeah.
Biles BS thing. Like, it's not an irrational pronunciation of those letters in any way. I'm very happy to do it the right way. I don't think it's racist to like be incorrect when you had some reason that's not like a weird racist reason of like
Yeah.
your people
When you
can't
just
pronounce this
yeah, you're
vowel,
just
which is I don't know what kind of
you're
weird
just
racist
trying
reason
to
people do.
tackle it, right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, no, that's
So like
yeah.
whoever said that's racist is like weird. They're being a little like over dramatic, I think, about name issues, which we have. American names come from everywhere. Everyone just tries to pronounce them and
Yeah.
screws it up. I guess the other thing is where I come from, like out on Long Island, we have a ton of things that are like Native American place names, and they're
Uh
weird. And when you try to pronounce them, you will do it wrong because they just you know, it's just they're just words you're not used to saying, and that's fine as long as you're not making fun of it or unwilling to accept their actual pronunciation, and you get used to it, and it's fine. Um, so I don't know. I
I
think
mean,
people are super
like my
overreacting.
surname, like I pronounce it in a very
Goodbye.
English way. I just say Sakamoto, and I don't pronounce the T. Just drop it.
Sakamoto.
It's a
Okay.
very British thing to do,
That is
right?
a very
And
British
then
thing to do.
everyone's like, "Can't you speak Japanese?" I'm like, I'm speaking in English to an English person. I am English. I'm just gonna gobbledygook it into British accent. I'm not gonna go out of my way, you know.
Well, it's
Especially
also
when you have to
your
switch between.
name.
Yeah, especially when you have to switch cadences. When I'm speaking Japanese, I'll say it in the Japanese way.
Hmm.
But for me, it's weird to be speaking in English and then have to stop, switch to like pushing my mouth to make the Japanese sounds instead. And then, like, that's weird to me. Like, it's not so difficult when it's European languages, right? Because they're all kind of similar-ish,
Hmm.
she says.
You shouldn't say that.
Um,
Europeans hate it when you say
well, I
that.
mean, no, I mean, they're all coming, like, if you're speaking Japanese properly, it's not coming from here anymore. It's coming from the front of your mouth, right? And so to change, to change gears like that in your speech
But
pattern, I
again,
find
it's
really difficult.
your name. Like you have the right to say your name any way you want because it's your name. If you were addressing someone else improperly, someone could say that's rude and maybe you shouldn't do that. But you're using
Yeah.
your own name.
Yeah, if someone says my name properly in Japanese, like obviously like that's the way it should
Yes.
be
Excuse
pronounced. I
me.
can't
No,
like,
excuse me.
excuse me, you have to do it in the British way. Like an American is never going to drop the T like that either, right? The Americans don't drop T's like we do.
Generally no.
You
Generally
say
no.
things like British, where I'll be British.
British. Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We were curious about a
Yeah.
Welsh accent yesterday because
Oh,
we ordered
beautiful.
from a Welsh restaurant and we're like, what is like?
So
How do we
a
make fun
Welsh
of the Welsh?
restaurant.
We're like,
Wait,
what is?
stop. I need to know the menu for a Welsh
All right, we can
restaurant. What
talk
the
about
hell
this a
is
little later. I don't know. They were very into Welsh things. Um, I don't know, man. That was their thing. But we were like, how do we make fun of the Welsh? And what is the Welsh accent that we can make fun of
Yeah,
now?
Mercedes is Welsh and she speaks Welsh. So you got an expert in the channel
Yeah, I
now.
don't know. We were on it. We had the Irish. We're like, no, it's not Irish. We're like, no, it's not. We don't really know.
It's very sing-songy. That's the only way I can describe it. It sounds like singing to me. It's really
Yeah,
attractive.
is it? I don't know. I just don't
Well,
know. I say that out of just absolute dumb ignorance. Like I don't know. It's not even sarcasm at this point. It's just straight up
yeah,
boo.
you know what? I would try and do an impression for you, but it would be really bad, so I won't.
Oh
And
no.
it would probably come across as racist as well.
Can you be racist against the Welsh? Is that a thing?
Yes, yes.
Oh
In
dear.
fact, yeah, I would say that they're probably
You
not
Brits have been mean
demonized,
to
but they
everyone.
are. Oh yeah, wait, no, not Brits. English people. You have to.
Hmm.
English people are the worst. Yeah, no, we
Englanders.
have England. Like we have been really awful to the Welsh,
Inglets.
to the Scottish. Yeah, so.
I am here for the pithy match. Thank you, peasant. The pit. We're
Thanks,
talking about
Beth.
Welsh accents. Yeah, it was really weird. It was actually honestly the first time I've ordered food in a long time and then been straight up like the portion sizes are pathetically tiny for the price I paid. It was actually like a
I,
little bit
I don't.
insulting.
I don't think I deserve that fourth place, but
Wow, you did not. It was just sumo. Zato
I'm not gonna.
Kushizu seemed to just sumo real hard that game. Yeah, oof place, oof
Oh well.
place. That's no good.
I'm not sure what. I'm not sure what I could do with that. That's just the way it was.
No, it just didn't work. You didn't make any glaring errors. I don't think. I think it just ended up
No,
not being a winning
didn't get
time.
patches on anything.
Yeah, minus
So yeah,
49
so
is a rough time.
what food is Welsh food? Like I
All right,
live
hold on.
just down
Let
from
me.
Wales, and I need to know what is served as Welsh food.
All right, hold. Give me one moment, and I'll find out. I have too many windows open right now, so I can't. I'm just gonna open another new window.
So this is exciting, a full ranked match. That's
Okay,
gonna
so the
get better for me.
restaurant is called. Now you're gonna make fun of all of this. Um,
I can't pronounce Welsh place names at all. Like it's impossible for
well, it's
me.
called
So
Snowdonia,
right,
and
okay, that's a big mountain. Yes, that's
it
the
says
highest
it's a
mountain on in Britain.
Welsh-inspired gastropub. And so one of the things I wondered if they didn't deliberately make the
Inspired.
food, yeah, inspired. One of the things I'm wondering is if they didn't make the food deliberately tiny, because a lot of these pubs and places, like if you order from them delivery, they'll make your food really tiny because it's really just not worth it to them to do delivery because you're not in there drinking, and they really want you to come
Well,
in.
gastropubs anyway. Oh no, back on quick.
I just don't like the term
Yeah,
gastropub.
gastropubs. I feel like that stuff is always tiny. Like it's trying to set itself aside from the like curry and fish and chips they used to get traditionally in a pub, and they're like, no, no, we're a gastro pub
Oh, this
now.
is actually some of this is okay. So here's some stuff, right? We got leek and potato soup. Well, this is their soups menu. I'm gonna go through everything here.
Leek and potato soup.
Leek and
Okay,
potato soup.
okay, okay.
They have a gazpacho. I didn't see
Well,
that on the menu. I would have gotten the gazpacho. I love gazpacho.
gazpacho. That's not Welsh.
I don't know, man. It's Welsh inspired. All right, jeez.
Is gazpacho? Is it Eastern European?
No, gazpacho.
I'm
I
not
think
sure actually.
it's somewhere, some kind of. I don't know. I don't know what.
I would.
It's somewhere in the
I would
Spain
almost.
zone, which is either like Spain itself or
Oh
some of the
yeah,
other
okay,
Hispanic
right,
areas, and I
yeah.
don't know how to address them effectively. So forgive me if I'm saying the wrong thing.
Like sort of like
I'm
like more
calling it the Spain
Mediterranean
zone.
area.
Ooh, it's flush
Like
time.
yeah, like the Mediterranean area.
No, no. I'm
You
thinking of
know.
like Spain and South America and
Like
Mexico and like all those areas. Let's find out where's the
oh,
gazpacho from.
I was thinking like Santander kind of stuff, you know?
Let's see, gazpacho. Um,
It sounds like an Eastern European word. Maybe that's why I'm thinking that it's Eastern European.
it's a cold
It doesn't
soup.
sound Spanish.
It
Okay.
originated in the southern regions of the Iberian Peninsula, widely eaten in Spain and Portugal. So it's actual Spain, where gazpacho
Okay.
started. Um,
Okay. Okay. We're all learning. Today we
yeah, we're all
learn.
learning. We're learning about food. Look at that.
Gazpacho has a vegetable
So
in
it
it,
must be
so
Welsh.
it must be. What? Do Welsh people well known for eating vegetables?
I think no people from your entire area, no UK people are known for their vegetables.
Oh, as long as a potato is a vegetable, yes.
I feel
Eat
like
those.
are we gonna call out this flush? Or we're just gonna draw the right tiles? That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't know. Like this, dropping
It's
this
super
5
flush
star is
time.
uncomfortable for me.
I know,
It's
but it's
uncomfortable.
it's 1 for 2. The question: if you draw the 4, what do you do? Do you reach it or do you just?
I reach it. I reach
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. I want to watch this hand and then get back to this Welsh food.
This is
This
Welsh
Welsh food.
inspired. You should have asked them if they've actually been to Wales ever.
I'm sure one of them has been to Wales at some point.
So, I bet you they've climbed Snowdonia. Snowdonia is the highest mountain in Britain.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
it's not that high, but
It's not
it's the highest.
It's not that big. Don't get excited.
I know like people think like big mountains, but I mean America has big mountains, right?
Oh,
Japan has
no.
big mountains,
It's
but
a reach.
it's not. It is a reach. It's not all that
And
high.
now we
So
gotta
now,
think.
I mean,
That 3-man's basically dead too. This is a bad spot you're in.
it is a bad spot I'm in. I'm concerned that they threw their red dragon as well as their last tile. Like, what were they doing with it?
Getting away with
Oh,
that
I
white
know
dragon.
Cavi.
Fat sheep named Willie the Tub. Kudos to friendly Welsh name for Snowdonia. Wait, did you find the menu? Are you looking at the menu?
Mercedes is now like,
Oh, okay, yeah, you
we
found the
should
website.
be, you should be like screaming cultural appropriation, Mercedes. This is your time. Very
Yeah,
rarely
this
do the
is- this
Welsh
is your
get
time to
scream
get mad about
cultural
culture.
appropriation.
I do. I feel like all UK food like can't engage with vegetables except to attempt to like colonize and subjugate them. Like they're straight up just like, look, you take the vegetable and you just put that in a pot and boil the hell out of it forever. Like just keep it as far away from you as possible. And just
It's little nutrients. Just
yeah.
boil it all together, and it's one
Attempts
same
to
column.
destroy it through boiling for several hours at least until such time as you can like crack open the pot lid and maybe consume some. Oh my god, it's
I
gonna
want to
be
tell
yeast.
everyone who's watching, like, that was a very poor way to call that flush through. That was very poor. Do not replicate that behavior. That was poor decision
Wow,
making.
8-man. That's a lucky draw there.
Okay, come on, tell me what's more. We've got the Iberian soup, which is Welsh
That was a
inspired.
good weight though. That was what? That was a 5-8
Yeah.
Dora weight. That was a pretty sick weight.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
now
they
that we
did
know,
good.
but now we have new ham with stuff in it. All right, so we got spatcho. We have what they call Welsh borscht, and then in parentheses traditional. I don't know.
I'm not sure whose culture's been appropriated now.
It says homemade beet soup served traditionally with beef and sour cream. I don't know. I mean, that is a borscht is served with sour cream and has
I
meat
don't
in it,
think
but I don't
borscht
know
is very
if there's
Welsh.
a Welsh borscht. I'm
Is
not
that just
sure.
borscht made by a Welsh person?
Yeah,
don't
maybe
know.
that might actually be. It's Welsh now.
I'm not
Like,
sure.
I made it.
I'm not sure who should be offended either.
I'm not offended, but it is Welsh borscht. There's mussels in Welsh broth, which apparently is
Okay,
broth made
yeah,
of
no,
Welsh beer.
yeah, no, I can get on board with that. Like they have
I
mussels
didn't try
there.
the
That's
borscht.
fine.
It
Okay.
sounded good. There's
Yeah.
Mama Carrie's chili. I know it's just chili. It doesn't claim to be Welsh, but it's just chili, so whatever.
I
Um,
mean, you know.
Stuffies are jumbo clamshells stuffed with chorizo and clam stuffing. I don't know. Yes, borscht is Eastern European. Borscht is not Welsh. Borscht comes from my people. We love borscht.
Stuffies.
But
Stuffies also does not sound very.
appealing.
I mean, it doesn't sound very
Doesn't
Welsh.
sound very Welsh.
Like,
There's
chorizo,
laver bread
chorizo,
and
not, no,
bacon.
you know, what lava bread?
Laver bread. It says a Welsh staple: seaweed and oatmeal breadsticks served with fat pork belly and lemon. I don't know what this laver bread is.
You know, I spent some time in Wales, and none of these foods were offered to me. Either
Mercedes
those
says
Welsh
laver bread is
people were lied to
horrible,
me.
but that does mean that it's a thing.
Is that how you
Is
pronounce
it
it
laver
then?
bread or is it
I would
laver
have gone
bread?
for laver.
Laver bread? Maybe
Yeah,
laver.
laver. Okay, I've never had that.
All right, we
Okay.
got a 456 Sanchoku opportunity, and we have a Cheetoy opportunity here. I'm not going to take my eyes completely off the game as I talk about Welsh things.
It's a little slow though. Again, it's
Yeah,
a
it's like
little slow.
what are we doing here? It needs to move, and it's not.
Uh, it's not
There's
moving.
Rarebit, but the Rarebit was like garlic bread with toppings you could put on it. The Rarebit my friend ordered, and it
That's
was like
not
not.
rabbit.
So what is Rarebit? Describe to me what Rarebit is.
It's like a cheese toasty.
Yeah, it was cheese and beer topping on the bread, but it was just apparently really not good.
I wouldn't put garlic on it, really.
Well, it was like
Yeah.
it was just bread with a mild cheese on it. I think was the thing, and there were other toppings you could put on it, like bacon and pickled onions and
Oh,
olive things.
no. Yeah, usually it'd be like a stronger tasting cheese, I think, like a nice strong cheddar.
Yeah, this is not going
I might,
anywhere. Do you want to just
I'm
call it
gonna
out?
cheat it out though. Yeah,
It's late enough that it's probably worth just getting the win. And you could swap into the Sanchoku actually if you get it. But
but
this
I
is
got
the
it, so
seven
it's
the
okay.
7 pin's a fine way. Oh, there you go. Oh, yeah, Tanya
I mean,
Dora too.
it's
Pretty.
yeah, Tanya Dorter is acceptable here, I
Yeah,
think,
that's a decent
considering.
amount of points. And again, the Sanchoku upgrade would have made it up to 4, which would have been great. So like, I think this was a good call, a good reason to push. And get you into second. It's East 3. Is
Yeah,
this a quick game? Is it East only?
it's quick, unfortunately, yeah, which is another reason
Okay.
why I feel I need to be a bit pushy. And you know what? I'm doing that thing you also shouldn't do, where I'm taking my experience from the last game into this game, which is the worst behavior.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh,
So
sorry,
let's see.
Joe.
They have Glamorgans, which say they're Welsh vegetarian sausages. I got these. They were weird. It's croquettes with Welsh cheddar, leeks, porter beer, and mustard.
Glamorgan almost sounds Scottish, though.
It does sound a little Scottish.
No, it was going to be a full game pairs, but someone dropped out the queue, so I think we're now on quick. Yeah, we're on quick.
And they have cockle fritters, which are some kind of clam cakes. Old Bay and chive
cockle?
spice. Cockle cockle
Like,
fritters.
like yeah, like little cockles. Yeah, no, that's pretty. We have cockles down here
Okay.
as well. Like you go and you forage them basically. I'm sure they're not being foraged, or you get a bunch of illegal Chinese immigrants to
Why
do it
didn't
for
I
you,
have
and then
these
you accidentally.
options when I went to order?
Oh.
What the heck? When I went to order from their other menu, they didn't give me all these options.
You can't really transport things like cockles, I don't think.
This is
I don't
all the
think that
delivery
would
menu.
be-
But the
Really?
other delivery menu didn't include. Like, they have like a worst. They have a bunch of worsts here. They had like a worst platter, and I would have gotten the worst platter. That would have been great.
First again is
Verst,
not
fine.
very Welsh.
Fine. They do have bangers and
You know what's
mash
funny?
here.
Like Americans can say things like smorgasbord, but they can't say verst.
It's
Why?
weird because there's a W, and the W says "wha." Smorgasbord. It doesn't
Duh.
have improper sounds in it. God.
Right, it's got the funny O though.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I might want to try their burgers. I did get like a verst on a roll, which was really good. It was a vice verst.
Oh, Mercedes correct us. Glamorgan is an area in the southernmost part of Wales. I did not know that. I'm afraid
There
I
is a reason.
thought it sounded
Yeah, but
Scottish.
they have a lot of different versts, which is very strange. I don't understand why that's like a thing. They have rarebit dogs, battered dogs, and rarebit cheese mixed with spicy
Rabbit
bacon.
dogs. Ew, that sounds American.
Oh, they have these. So they have these things they call gaggers, which I don't know. That doesn't sound appealing at all. It's 4 mini hot dogs topped with chili, leeks, mustard, and celery salt. Which might be good, but I don't know. Sounds very
I feel like
bougie.
they need to reconsider their name, unless that's a
Yeah,
traditional name, in which case I apologize for being rude about your name,
I got
Wales.
Brussels sprouts, but it wasn't. There was not. Wait.
Brussels sprout?
No, I
Oh,
just got as a
Dave.
side. I love Brussels sprouts because you got to cook them properly and not the way you do, where you turn them into weird mush. Oh my god. I will make you my Brussels sprouts and you will love them. They're great.
Okay,
There's
well,
Yorkshire pudding.
I don't
I
know.
got
Like,
Yorkshire pudding.
you're, again, not very Welsh.
It's close.
I, yes, yes. Compared to New York and Wales and Yorkshire and Wales, yes, Yorkshire is closer to Wales than New York. Yes, yes.
All
I
right,
can
note to
confirm
self.
that.
What I've learned from this is if I want to order from this place, I should definitely only be ordering from their menu on their website because their seamless site is like 20% more expensive across the board.
Uh,
Like
Mercedes does not feel very represented. It's all right, Mercedes. You can go on the Discord, our Discord, and scream cultural appropriation. It's very rare that it
you
happens.
could.
I think
You could.
to the Brits.
I'm
But you've
actually
got
like
the chance.
legit mad about this. I wish that it was easier for me. I need to like tell people. I'm gonna write
When
about
you
this.
can come and visit, we'll go to Wales. Let's go to Wales.
Okay.
It's a lovely part of the country, and it's not. It's got less English people in, so it's better. And it's, you can go hiking. Yeah, yeah. They got history. I think my only childhood holiday was actually in Wales. Oh, buggeration. This is a hell.
I'm sending this out because now I would actually because after last night I was like I don't think I want to order from this place again because everything was so oh god. Oh, you're in that
Yeah,
spot.
right?
You're in that terrible
Yes.
terrible spot where you have to go and it sucks.
Yeah. It keeps offering me.
God. Oh my god.
Okay.
Your
I might be able
Ishanten
to get away with
Suanko.
7. I'm going to have to go away with the 7 instead. I could probably get away with the 3-pin now as well. That's probably, she says, off.
Probably. You got more odds on that being safe. Oh my god. You're gonna reach it? You might as well.
Of course.
Oh my
I'm not going
god.
anywhere, am I?
Oh my god. This is so dumb. Okay, we know that's safe at least. Oh no, we don't. But now we do. Oh my god. What is a cross doing? It's crazy times. This is all madness.
I have no comment. I'll just, oh God.
It's safe on 1. It made it. All right. No, that might be. No.
6 is safe, 6 is safe.
Yeah, 6 is safe. And now maybe people will think the 3 is safe. This is so rough.
Oh. Obviously, no one has seen the danger in front of them.
Jeez.
Oh God! I thought opposite my. Oh no, they can't reach. So, oh God.
Oh my god. Is this going to go to Tempai?
I've got the last draw.
Oh my
I've got the
god.
last draw. Ah!
Oh my. Jeez.
Oh my God! Look at their hand as well. That was a nice hand too.
What the heck?
So
And the
they
south
had
was
my
being
3s
held.
in the east. Oh, Chiral, Chiral.
Oh.
Oh no, we blocked each
They
other.
blocked each other on the 3s and the E's.
Yes, that's Cappy's
Oh.
Chiral. Remember?
Well, yeah. Hey, seeing across was wise to hold the south. Like seeing no souths out, like they couldn't throw it. They were just stuck. There's no way they could throw it that late in the game. So that was a wise call on them to not get rid of it. That was oh my god. Jeez.
Yeah, that was stressful. Almost as stressful as Dave's Welsh menu.
I know, seriously. But yeah, no, after ordering, I was just like, I really wouldn't order from this place again because despite the fact the food itself was good, I feel like just the value was terrible. But seeing that what's really happening, because Seamless just takes like 30 or 40% off of the restaurant throughput. I'm
Yeah.
so angry at everything in the world these days.
I avoid all of them. I mean, we don't have Seamless, but we have Just Eat and Deliveroo
Yeah, and
and
I think
Uber
I've
Eats.
decided that I need to aggressively avoid using these services because as convenient as they make
Yeah.
things for me, like they're just hurting restaurants. So I need to either go to restaurants or find another way to make my orders.
I mean, a lot of the restaurants will just deliver it for you. At least
Yeah,
here
yeah,
they
yeah.
will. But
No, they
like,
will too.
but
The
yeah,
only time I would
it's
need to use them is if the restaurant doesn't have delivery service at all, which some places don't, although most places now do.
yeah, especially after the pandemic, right? But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it's horrifying what they take. And then and the other scary thing is, at least in London, what they were doing was they were using the opportunity by signing up these restaurants to work out what were the really popular foodstuffs, and then Uber or Deliveroo would open up their own version
Yep.
of that type of kitchen in a what do you call them, a shipping container, basically. You used to call them dark kitchens,
Yeah, they
and
call them
then
ghost
just pump
kitchens.
the
Yeah.
food out much cheaper. Yeah, ghost kitchens, right? And I'm like, well, so again, like, and they always starts off quite, it looks quite nice, right? You're like, oh, I can get my food delivered, it's not too much more expensive, hopefully the restaurant's getting more business out of it. And then, just like Airbnb, it becomes this hellish dystopia.
Well, it's
Like,
because it's
why?
effectively monopoly making. They're the
Yeah.
company and the company doesn't really add any value in and of themselves other than allowing you to find. So wait, was that an extended con or an open con?
I wasn't paying
A
attention.
con
I'm
was
sorry.
just
That was an
declared.
open. That was an open can, no? Oh, we should have paid attention.
Well, we can always look back in the
Yeah.
video
Oh, and
again
it,
later.
she asked a legit question though. South was the weight there, right? Not
Yeah, it's a
5 pin. Yeah,
diamond.
South was the good rate.
Don't say
South was a
diamond
good
con.
rate.
I don't know what diamond con means.
Diamond can. It's a close can.
That's a
Yeah.
oh, wait, diamond con's not close
Diamond.
con.
No,
Isn't diamond con
you made
extended?
me that. Yeah. Sorry.
Because I aggressively don't saturate myself with Japanese terms.
Yeah, you don't have to. And I think that obviously, if you want to, you should definitely. Oh, do you know what? That is one thing I did do this week, and I can get onto that. This is a good segue. Thank you, Ghibli, for segueing me into the thing that I did do this week. Yeah, no, I think that people should use the Japanese terms if they want to, but yeah, you don't have to. I support those who don't want to. And so, actually, I got onto this conversation because of cultural appropriation, like the Welsh menu. So we started talking about. We were talking about cultural appropriation. I was talking about that whole mahjong. What was it? That stupid mahjong tile set nonsense.
Yeah.
Was that this year?
That was.
I
This
can't
year.
even remember.
No,
What that was this
actually,
year.
no, that was last year. That was late last year
Last
that
year or
that'll
this
happen.
year?
For the record, so yeah, let me interrupt you for 1 second just to address this while it's up. Yeah, there's all these particular names for like on the left, on the right, and on the across that I just deliberately do not jam into my brain because
No,
I
and
don't see the reason for it.
and the problem is as well because I haven't learned those words in the structure of English. When someone says a Japanese word to me out of context, it takes me a while for my brain to be like, oh, wait a second, that's a Japanese word. I need to think about it, right?
But what seems really interesting, again, sorry to continue sidetracking, it seems like the FF14
Okay.
Mahjong client tries to always make every set take up the same width. So
Yeah.
all the cons it puts into the same width as a 3-tile set. Even if that means displaying it mildly incorrectly, because now you can't tell the difference between an extended con and a called open con. I'm sorry, these are just things that have been in my brain lately. Please continue with your story you were telling. I'm sorry, I totally.
All right. Okay. So, so we're talking, and then I was like, and then this is where my white privilege card is definitely out on the table here in that I'm a twat, and obviously everyone can shout me down if necessary. Yeah. But I was talking, like how Japanese mahjong is really just one long cultural appropriation of Chinese. And I know that some people would argue, but Japan's not an aggressor culture, and I was like, well, during World War II, it was an aggressor culture. Yeah, I feel like we've managed to mythologize Japan in a strange way in recent years, but and then I was talking about all the translations,
so close,
and how like so many of those words make zero sense in Japanese. If you do not know mahjong, you do not know what those words mean. There's some that do make sense. Things like ipats make sense.
Yeah.
Things like ipeiko makes no sense. And even the way English people have romanized it, is bizarre. It is a bizarre romanization. Like Oh God, look at
The
this
stream
nonsense.
quality has plummeted to garbage.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my God, it has too.
Yeah.
Oh, my stream of your stream has
Okay,
now
there we go.
plummeted
Now we're
as well.
back in action.
I think it must be a. Anyway, yeah. So and then I was, when we were talking about it, and I heard a story a long time ago that I then decided to become motivated to check out. That because ipeiko in Japanese, it doesn't mean anything. It's absolute nonsense, right? If you were to stretch, it might mean the mouth of a cup, maybe, but you're really like
All
trying
right.
to find something in it. I have got third place by doing nothing, right?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm not doing well.
Another rough game where it's like no big mistakes, but just.
Yeah. Yeah, so the burst dice counted. So this one, so I was told a long, long time ago that someone misheard the Chinese word for that yaku and heard it as let's go for a drink, which would be like ipaiko, right? Let's go for a drink. And then they wrote it down, and then everyone was like, well, that sounds way better than this other word we can't pronounce. We're just going to call it this now. Let's go for a drink. And this is what the story I heard. And so I checked out on the internet, and I found like this whole sea of like other things about this yaku and the way it, like it's supposed to be like ibangao. And then I'm like, wow, they got ipeiko from that. But apparently also you can call it ishoku dojin. So rather than sanshoku dojin, ishoku dojin, which would be one color run.
Okay, that
And I was
makes some
like, why
sense as
don't
to
we
what
call
that
it
is.
that?
Yeah, one color
That
run.
makes
Okay, I like
perfect
that. All the
sense.
way through the one
Yeah,
color. Yeah, we got it.
right. Right. It's just, yeah. I was like, why are we? And then I got upset because I'm like, why do we all argue about the terms in English so much? Because they didn't. They just threw stuff at the wall and allowed it to stick.
Because
Right?
of concepts of like authenticity and cultural ownership and stuff like that I think weren't really happening back then because people weren't as I don't know what the right way is to put it. I feel like people weren't as concerned with concepts of culture because they just kind of were who they were and they weren't interacting with so many different cultures every day or being so aware of how so many different cultures have put the world together. Like it's something that's a very modern thing is to be aware of this and to have to think about it all the time.
I mean, it's good that we are thinking about
Yeah,
it.
no,
Don't get
it
me
is
wrong.
good, but like imagine if I had no internet and no car, and so like I lived my whole life just here. Here's where I was, and so what am I thinking about? Other cultures might be like myths and stories to me, but like I'm here and
These
everything
are
is just
these are
here.
my two guild members, by the way, Thaladeus and Kamal.
Uh
Oh, here.
oh.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put that out there as a
Oh, we got it. We got one of those
as
one
a
color runs shaping
conflict
up
of
here.
interest. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, like especially like sometimes I think people get a little bit purist about it. We've tried to translate the term several times, and there's never going to be a perfect translation of the Japanese rules. Never. It's just impossible. I think I've had conversations about how, like haite and stuff. There's no way you can translate that. It is impossible to translate that because it literally means the word impossible. Like it's like a phrase which means to scoop the moon out from the river, right?
Oh, it's like an idiom for doing something very
Yeah,
lucky.
yeah.
Okay.
It's poetic, it's romantic. I just don't see how we can do that unless we become brutalist. You either go for the meaning,
Yeah,
or
literal
you go
like
for
to
something
scoop
poetic.
the moon from the river, and then you're
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
things like,
Yeah.
and then you're saying things like scoop the moon from the river, and everyone's like, what the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, so that's literal. Brutalist would be more like last tile draw. Just screw it. Like,
That's pretty brutal.
let's just say it as it is, right? Or you try and do something poetic.
Romance has no place.
Shoot
What?
for the moon shot
What?
and stuff like that.
Mahjong is like 80% romance, and then there's some tiles stuck in there.
So, but the thing is, you're never going to get that perfect translation because you're never going to be able to marry those two things again, And even the term Riichi, I mean, we're all saying it with Japanese pronunciation, but it's not unbelievable that actually it was an English word that the Chinese crammed into their language, and then the Japanese then yanked it out of Chinese.
Everyone's so violent with their words. Maybe they just gently carried it over. They're still cramming and
No,
yanking.
because in Chinese, it's liege, right? And then and they put kanji over it, and still doesn't really make sense. You're like, what's going on here? And then the Japanese have taken it, and Riichi is not combined as a term to mahjong either.
Hold up.
When hell freezes over, I like it. Pez. I like it. That I like it.
Called sets of dragons over there.
Yeah, I am worried.
I just want to make sure everyone notices that. I see 2, and I don't see any chuns on the table, and I do love chuns. So
Thala has Riichi, so
yeah, we got a lot of problems now. Well, think about it, I feel like one of the issues, I don't know. I don't know if this is really true. So feel free to punch me in the face if it is not true. But I feel like there's a type of lyricism that you get out of... Oh my god, your stream quality keeps vacillating aggressively. A level of lyricism that you get out of languages with, like, word characters that you don't necessarily get in more European-style languages. It's like there's different ways those languages can be lyrical and expressive. And it's hard to translate the one to the other.
You get a lot of action into a 4-character word in Chinese.
Yeah.
Or my favorite is when they only use 4 characters, but actually what they're saying is the entire poem, right? So and that's what me and Garth used to laugh about constantly. That you'd see this haiku which was like 4 lines long or something, and then they'd be like, but it means this huge concept, and you'd be like, really? You've got that all from that? Really?
It's a lot of extrapolation there, friend. Like you really
But I mean, we can do things. Unfortunately, when we do it, it tends
so that was a con extension that just happened, and it placed the tile on top of the other tile. But yeah, it looks like no matter what happens, the con is everything's always the same width exactly here.
They're fitting into that space, yeah. So I did experiment when we were doing the WRC translation, things like skin of the teeth and stuff. Unfortunately, all of those types of things are from the Bible. That's usually where we manage to get these kind of concepts, and not sure.
Well, we all love the Bible. Your people love the Bible.
Maybe I don't know.
Like,
but it's not Haite is short and sweet, whereas skin of the teeth is.
Well, that's the thing. They don't sound good to say. Our idioms don't sound cool to say as like a noun.
Yeah, and also I've got to anticipate that the people who are going to be saying them, most people who play Mahjong in English, are not native English speakers. Right? So I have to make sure we're accommodating the non-native English. Most people who speak English in the world are not native English speakers.
5-pin is safe. 2-so is safe. Chun is never safe. You're so dead because of that chun. Oh, they didn't even have any. Oh.
No, but they had a nice hand. That is a nice hand.
That's still a beautiful hand.
259 weight. Yeah, that's good.
God.
Yes, I don't know, but I thought that was interesting that Ipeco. I didn't realize that Ipeco was such a drama, like such a drama yaku that I'd not even realized.
Ooh, that 5-so is a power 5-so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is really weird thinking about like what is cool sounding to say in English versus what is cool sounding to say in other languages. And yeah, like skin of the teeth isn't cool sounding to say, I don't think, in English if you're like announcing.
But it's a perfect translation for Haite, I think. Though it's the closest we might get. Because that's the point, right? It's impossible.
Yeah, I'm thinking like how do we have more
lyrical sounding things in English? Yeah, I mean, as British, you could probably delve into Shakespeare, maybe, but I think that's probably a step too far.
Yeah, put the top card in the deck. Yeah, like, well, you want it to be something that's kind of catchy, that people remember, that's descriptive. Like, mill. Yeah, they just called it mill because everyone else called it milling. But that's one of those weird things. Like, mill, oh, God. That 5 is looking even better.
Yeah.
Mill is a great English term because it's a simple sound, it's easy to say, and it does kind of make sense as to what it's referring to. It doesn't explain the mechanic. Well, it does kind of, but not really. Once you understand it, I'd say the term mill makes sense. But you're right. If you're completely new, you're not gonna. It's not even millstone. It's just the concept of a millstone.
But so there's sometimes you're always going to have. If you've got a game like this, you're going to have words that you're just going to have to accept. They're going to have to learn as part of the game, right? Like Pinfu, I think we've all given up on Pinfu, right?
Yeah, pinfu just
I
like
know what
is.
it
It's just a
means.
word. Pinfu is actually a good thing to say. Like it worked well in English as a thing to say. It
Yeah.
just isn't immediately
And
intelligible.
because that Yaku is a little bit more complicated despite being a basic one, and we have to explain it, right? I'm okay with that. It's when
Yeah, it's an
flush
open
hands,
con.
you know,
That's so
it's
weird. Yeah,
oh,
open cons and extended cons are displayed the same.
yeah.
Huh.
It's because they're trying to help Dave out so he can do his
Yeah, they want
test,
to.
his
They want to help me.
diamond cat test.
Yeah, they knew that I needed more people to open con. So yeah, apparently you cannot tell in Final Fantasy XIV Mahjong whether a con was called open or extended. There is no difference, um, which is frustrating to me because this is something I've been struggling with a little lately. Is making sure to like how do you clearly tell the difference? What?
I have a huge hand here.
Yes, you do.
Sorry, I was slowly counting the door.
Yeah,
I realized that more and more Dora were coming.
but it's all right because it's all over, and you could have gotten Sanshoku. It could have been Sanshoku. It's already
Yeah.
Dora 5 East. What is the difference in playing? What do you mean? What is the difference in playing in real life? The difference between what and what?
Hmm.
That's still a good hand though. Plenty of Dora. They snuck it out from under you as your stream continues to crab. I'm so tired of all these internet problems. Jamie, you got to tell the UK. Oh, so it's not even in real life. It just depends on the client, right? So usually an OpenCon is displayed with all 4 tiles in a row with one of those 4 tiles tipped, either the one on the left edge or the one on the right edge, or one of the 2 in the middle. I don't know if there's any particular ruling on which of the 2 in the middle you tip for a cross.
No. Yeah.
But it's all 4 across, so it ends up being a wider set, a 4-tile wide set. While an extended pong, you'll have your pong, which is your 3 tiles with 1 tipped, and then when you extend it, you tip the tile used to extend and put it on top of the already extended tile, as is done here with all the cons. And then the closed con, and this is another weird one here, where they do the closed con. The closed con you usually have I think people do it differently. You can either have the 2 on the outside or the 2 on the inside, or flipped face down.
Yeah, it doesn't matter
It
really.
doesn't really matter
Yeah.
as long as everyone knows what it means. And here they do the 2 on the outside flip, but they took the 2 in the middle and tipped them, which, because the 2 on the outside are flipped, you're still able to clearly tell it's a closed con. It's just a little bit weird. It's just weird. It seems like this is mostly for their UI layout to make sure that everything always fits within the
Mm.
borders. Everything's always the same size no matter what. I see a
Mm.
789 Sanchoku here, but
And the other thing which is different, Pez, between real life mahjong and internet mahjong is that you'll often see that they stack the calls up vertically rather than horizontally. Again,
yes.
it's just it's more difficult to do on the computer. But to be honest, that one is acceptable either way. I think a few people will still like to put them horizontally, as long as it's clear the order in which they were called.
Yeah, it's like bottom to
But I
top for
prefer to
the.
do, yeah, I prefer to do them vertically personally. If someone wants to impress me and win my love,
Ooh.
ooh, that's all it takes.
So what are we doing? We're doing 789.
789 Sanchiku,
All
yeah,
right, let's
yeah.
do it.
I mean, this is
Do
a
it.
quick match, and I don't feel like this is buggeration.
What's okay because we
Right,
know where
well,
all the dragons are at least. Oh, that's
no, I'm
buggeration.
talking about the Dora, yeah.
Goodbye, 789 Sanchoku. It's now time for 678 Sanchoku, or just a lot of 8s.
Anyway,
We can get to
Ghibli,
Tanya. Tanya
yes,
Dora
no,
too.
I want I want to bring it back to Jim Lee saying Diamond
Well,
can. Yeah, Dave is not au fait with a lot of the Japanese terms, but that's okay. A lot of people aren't. So
again, I've actually.
yeah,
Oh
like
wow, it's over.
Kami-chan, Toyman, and all of
Kami-chan
that
too.
as well.
I feel like I like very deliberately avoided steeping in those terms because I really don't want to start using them by accident.
And do you know what's really frustrating for me, like difficult for me, is that actually I find Kami and Shimo difficult anyway because it's a really historic way of indicating. Because it's not left and right. Kami and Shimo don't mean left or right. It's upstream or downstream, right? And every single
Mm.
time I have to do a set. I'm like, which way is it again? You know, like is that like it's not. I find that one a little bit. Toyman is that one's pretty intuitive, but the others, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Shomin Khan versus Diamond Khan, yeah.
Also,
So
yeah. Well,
little one. big one. Yeah.
You can switch. Like in this case, this is using what they call traditional Dora. This is showing the Dora indicator. So Haku is actually
Yeah.
the Dora tile in this case. But by default, the tile shown there is the Dora tile, which is disconcerting to some, like me.
Very disconcerting to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people prefer it. Again, I'm not going to say there's like a right or wrong about it because it's just an informational display. So however you prefer to digest the information is fine.
I'm gonna stick my flag to this post. This
Uh-oh.
is the hill I will die on
Uh-oh.
with my flag. Because the idea is that Dora indicator is out of the game, right? So once
That's
you've
true.
made it so that it's the indicator, I can't now glance over and just see, you know. And maybe I'm just stupid and other people could do it, but
No,
I can't do it. No.
I like Cheetoy.
I know, but I just want 2,000 points, to be honest.
I want 2,000 Cheetoys. It's a lot of Cheetoys. I just want some Cheetoys. That's true. You're right. Because it is important information because that tile's in and out of the game, so that is meaningful. Welcome, Wawa.
Welcome.
It's good to see people learning
Yeah,
from Final Fantasy.
And this is I think Final Fantasy Mahjong's a good way to learn, actually. Like, I know it's not a Mahjong client, but I think the community is just really good.
Yeah, people are generally nice, and there's a lot of pretty good players. We're not doing the flush either. I don't know where are we going, Gemma? What are we doing? Yeah, replay log function. That would be great.
I'm hoping I get a sec.
Give me replay logs just after I stop losing. I only want good games in my replays. Only the best.
Well, we're not going to want to see our replays when they do the data center travel.
Ooh, that'll be exciting though.
Because then I know, but the Japanese are going to come and just destroy us.
That's fine. I'm not scared of
They'll
them.
destroy it.
Not really.
I'm scared of them, man.
But this is not a good tutorial. We should have a better tutorial. That would be nice. Oh, I'm so yawny. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're making me. Like, what time did you wake up, Dave?
I woke up a little earlier because I had some stuff to do, and then I had to work on this thing, and then I had some other stuff to do. It's very busy.
One of my only complaints about Dave is that he doesn't drink coffee.
I don't need to drink coffee.
Your yawning says different.
Yawning doesn't mean you have to drink coffee. If I started drinking coffee, I'd become addicted to coffee, and then I'd only talk about coffee, and I'd need my coffee every morning. I'd be unable to do anything ever because I hadn't had my coffee. Oh, look, it's your next pair that would have gotten you Tenpai on
And you live in New York as well. Like, I've heard there's good coffee there.
There is good coffee here, which is why I leave it for other people, because I'm very generous and willing to share.
The Japanese folks be stronger than the folks on Run Run? The Run Run players are Japanese.
Yeah, but I think they mean the Japanese contingent for Final Fantasy going to be stronger than the Japanese contingent for Run Run.
Oh, I don't know, man.
That's a tough question.
If it's earlier than 2 p.m. I mean, the Japanese FF 14 community. I don't know. I literally have no idea how they'll be, but I have every hope that they are going to destroy us.
Yeah, too many people are too into coffee. Look at all these pairs you could have kept. Look how great your hand could have been. That would have been it. That would have been Cheetoy Mania complete. Forever.
I know. Wow. I just want to disappoint you, Dave.
I know.
Anyway, so I think we should call Ipeco One Color Run.
Okay. Well, is that racist?
How is that racist?
Well, it implies it's only good because it's one color. At least three similar, like 3-color straight is fine because it's like three different harmony.
We should call that the Benetton advert.
Yes.
And then the One Color Run, the ethno state or something. Oh, no, it's gone too far. I've gone too far. I've gone too far. I'm sorry.
And that's why you just dealt in. Look at that. You just lost 1,000 points.
Because I was a racist.
Yeah, you got another third. That's another third place
God.
for your ethno state.
So in pure double, so for the WRC, we didn't want to use runs because what am I doing? I'm trying to queue again. Oh, let me just show you the settings if you want to switch your settings up if you are playing Mahjong on this. What is that? What is triple try? Okay, so Mahjong. So settings are here. So you can turn off the hints, the dangerous tile marker, the chat log, blah, 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 tile names. So Doorman Mahjong is the door indicator. And the door indicator is the door. Traditional is the door indicator, and the door is the tile above it. And then you can change your tile set to Doorman or traditional. So
yeah.
Anyway, that's how I like to play. So for WRC rules, we used twin sequences in the end because we found that the non-natives didn't really understand what a run meant. Although I preferred it in English because it's nice and short, run meant nothing to a lot of the people that we polled. So we went for sequences. And maybe the Mahjong Seoul people had a similar sort of conversation in their meeting rooms. I was too busy being a racist, Chiral, at times. So
she was too busy talking about her proposed ethno-state. Mahjong ethno-state. City of the Eternal Tempai.
Thanks, Dave, for killing my wonderful plan.
I'm sorry, I didn't kill it. I just alerted you like that guy who pointed out that there were swastikas on that shirt in Taiwan. And I was really hyped for that shirt, and then I was like, oh man. Real glad that got pointed out. Because I cannot wear this shirt.
Okay, how about we use the original intention of the Japanese, which was let's go for a drink.
All right.
Let's go for a drink, and then we can change ipatsu to taking a shot, because that's what that means too.
It really? I don't like all these alcohol-themed names, though.
You are talking to me.
I know, but I don't like it. This hand is so close to Tempai. Just get a 3-man and be happy.
See, Mercedes, you think Ipeiko sounds catchier. Unfortunately, rarely do I hear it pronounced properly. I'm not even pronouncing it properly right now. Like, rarely is it pronounced properly, which means that when Japanese people are trying to hear what you're saying, they're like, what the did they just say? Because we just got Ipeiko. Ipeiko.
This is a straight-through opportunity, an Itsu opportunity here.
Is this just pub mahjong? It can be pub mahjong, man.
But the question is how. I'm like psyched for this Itsu, but I don't know how it's going to happen. But I really want it to happen.
I'm not sure it's going to happen. I'm thinking. I'm almost thinking fleshy. See, now he's choking. He yawns and then he chokes.
So I just muted myself so I didn't cough into the microphone. I'm not choking.
Yeah, I don't want to catch COVID over Twitch.
Yeah, don't. Please. No one should. A drink each for that. Oh, dear.
Are you back on mask mandates now in New York? Is that
some of us are. Some of us aren't. It depends on whether your state believes in freedom or not.
Some of us aren't. How can be some of us are and some of us aren't if it's a mandate?
Because that's how it works.
All right, okay. This is how freedom works.
Yes, that's exactly how it works. For example, the glorious governor of Florida just passed a law or signed an edict saying that if you're a school and you try to mandate masks for the school children, you can no longer receive any government money.
That's not very freedom.
No, it's not.
This is quick again.
Oh dear, it's a quick game again.
Yeah. I'm not doing very well today,
Sancho Cachanto was a good win. I'm into Sancho Cachanto. You're not... the problem is, like, I feel like you keep getting these hands that are good and playing them right and then just not winning. Like, it's not like you're just dealing into everything.
If I was playing them right, I'd win it.
That's not how that works.
I'm not winning. I'm being punished. This is the Nagare because I said that racist thing by accident.
It's like that Phoenix Wright game I'm playing. That's a little rough. I'm playing the new Phoenix Wright game where it's like Phoenix Wright in the 1800s Japanese Phoenix Wright, so they're just like having Europeans show up.
I feel though that like the way the screenshots I saw of it, because after you sent me that one screenshot, I did have a look. I feel like they're not really representing 1800s Europeans, more like Europeans when Japan got really good at car manufacturing. And they were like, they're sneaky, they're taking our things, why are they so much better than us? Because that's what
Mercedes rather than the point of Mahjong. Get good hands, don't win them. It's just having the good hand is really the moral victory at the end. Like, yeah, winning them is just gauche.
It's gauche.
You just want to have them.
You know what? That's the other thing Americans can't say. They can't say clique. They're always like click.
It is a click.
Click.
That's how you pronounce
It's a clique. But you can say gauche.
Yes, it is a game with Herlock Sholmes.
Yeah.
What's a clique?
I don't know. I saw the stuff I saw, and I was like, oh, this feels a little bit less like the 1800s experience, and more like when we got really cross with them for just being better than us. Like there was a point. It was a bit like where the Chinese are now, and like they're buying up a lot of real estate in London. Like the Japanese were there at that point. Not during the bubble economy, right? And everyone got very upset that they were coming over, buying our stuff. It's funny. They then later sold it because. Well, we do, but then, unfortunately, certain groups want it, right? The groups that profit from the sales of those products, basically.
So hold up.
But it's.
What are we doing here? Sanchoku 1, 2, 3.
The two pin is the Dora.
Okay.
But I am prepared if I get the pair and the 2 or the 5 bamboo to just go. Okay, I'm waiting on the Dora. Although now, I am going. Do I call the 2 pin? Probably should have kept that 8. That was probably an error.
Might have been because that would have given you the wider weight to finish.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all right. It's all right. What could possibly go wrong?
I used to crossover novel with the Lupin novels.
Oh, that's funny.
I mean, they always do that, right? In Japanese stuff, like it's Shibuya 109 is always like 107 or something.
It's got to be like slightly different, just enough to be.
Yeah, it's just. Do you know what? It's a nightmare for a lot of the games I have translated. Which the AAA branded games, they're much more cautious about copyright because, of course, the losses are dire if they lose. Buggeration. So we'd be there with this list of things that they just changed one letter on, and you're like, you can't just change McDonald's to McDonald's and think the McDonald's company are going to be okay with this. They're not okay with it.
Yeah, they're never going to be okay with it.
They're not going to get away with that. It caused a lot of hassle.
This is so rough. On the upside, if you do the 1-4 weight, you're much more likely to get the 4 than the 1. So, because 2 1-7s are dead already. But
I really cocked up throwing that 8 man though.
Yeah, I think so. Oh my god, you could have fixed it.
You know, I've noticed this is our most viewers, and I think it's because I'm doing really badly. No one comes to watch when I'm doing well.
Everyone wants to see. McBong. There's that 2 pin. Chi, alright. We're just gonna go. That is.
Well, it's right at the end as well, so it'd be 3 hand, right? Could have been 4 hand.
Yeah. It's just depressing. It's depressing.
Yeah.
But it'll probably go to draw.
I don't think I see. You say that I've been doing well. I don't think I played that hand very well.
No, I think I'm not gonna lie. I think this hand mistakes were made. It's not most of the other hands. I didn't feel like there was a big mistake, but this hand I think that 8. I think not locking in the 1 2 3 was a mistake.
Yeah.
But it's okay. We got time. No, we don't.
No, we don't.
It's a fast game. Well, you're not that far behind though. You're not that far behind. You're like 1 Mongon hand gets you into first place. So.
I haven't seen a Mangan for a while.
You don't see Mangan, Gemma. You make them.
About stuff. You make them. Only to have your dreams crushed.
Yeah.
It was a crushing game.
You make Mangan.
I'm trying to think of other Japanese terms in like Dora. Obviously, is a nightmare because that means dragon for reasons unknown. You know, like he can't translate Dora. You just have to tell people what it means. And I don't think lucky tile really. I guess you could translate Dora as lucky tile, but I don't really think it conveys the information very well for some reason. Because people are going to say things about luck in other ways. Gemma translates mangas. I have not translated a manga for a long, long time. Bonus? Yeah, bonus sounds better. Yeah.
Bonus is good.
I like bonus better. Turn them back to dragons. We have the dragon tiles and the dragon tiles. I know. Why not? Why just confuse it even more? Yeah, there's some things like Dora I think have really stuck now. I don't think we're getting away from those. And like Pinfu, I mean, Jen had a valiant attempt to translate that as peace hand. That didn't stick.
The problem, I feel like that doesn't stick mostly because it's about like it. Ooh, whoa, okay.
Well, because
it makes sense if you fully understand Pinfu, but if you already fully understand Pinfu, you can probably just call it Pinfu.
Well, she called it peace because of the kanji. You can read those kanji as meaning peace. So she decided just to take the meaning off the kanji rather than any of the meaning of the words, right? And I see the logic. If you're going to call it Pinfu, why not call it peace? Like there's literally no difference between those two. Yeah. Yeah, she may have seen it in Hong Kong because she was spending a lot of time in Macau then. It's called a chicken hand.
Whoa, what is this? What is this turbo flush? I like this. Let's do this. Are we going to call this? Or are we just going to make this happen? The answer is yes.
Yes, Dave, because that's what you want me to do.
Well, because you got to win something. It's been all day.
It's true.
Don't just sit there and let Nagata give you lemons.
What am I calling to do that here?
Any opportunity.
Throwing the 2-pin, right?
Probably yes.
2-pin? Yes.
Probably yes, because you could also then get it
into a straight through
if you're lucky. 3-pin comes out, you can call it.
Yeah, I call that and I throw the 8-pin, right? Yeah. Is that how that works? Do I call that? No. Dora. Yeah, if I call that...
That actually doesn't help you.
Yeah. Yeah. If the 3-pin comes out for the 8-pin.
Yeah.
Look at all the door I'm throwing away. Because I
seriously.
Committed.
Every door is gone.
I'm such a loser today.
I can't believe that. Oh my god. How did you not win that hand? It wasn't even your fault. You couldn't have even won it, no matter what you did with those tiles.
See, I think what we're learning here is even accidental racists have to be punished.
Oh my god, this is terrible.
Damn it. Okay, come on. I'm not stopping streaming until I win something.
Yeah.
Bull! Yay! Yeah, chicken hand is pretty normal, right? I think they say chicken hand in... Do they? I've heard it in other rule sets as well, but I would not be able to substantiate that until I checked my sources. Yeah. And Suji, obviously, the greatest nightmare ever. I did want to petition for it to be gluten for a while, so then we could be like, oh, I'm gluten intolerant. Because it could mean gluten. Like, that's the crazy thing. I'm like, it could mean gluten. It could mean
means like a binding type thing. Is that why?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely has this kind of like, but then
hand,
like a plot is a Suji as well. And that's probably more the kind of meaning they're going for here, right? That you can see all of these connections between all of the things that are happening, right? There's all these connections between the tiles on the table. and that there is a network and they're all interlinked. Like everything is happening in relation to the other things happening. You go, but it's just such a tidy little word. To replace it would be awful. Eating chicken porridge. Yeah, well then you have yakitori, like barbecue chicken rules in Riichi as well. You guys in Gilgamesh, yes, we are in Gilgamesh. But no one seems to want to play this full ranked match with me.
Yeah, everyone's they're afraid of you.
At least suji is an easy word to say as well. Like I definitely attack the words that I think that Westerners mangle more when they try to say them. So things like suji, they say it perfectly fine. Dora, they tend to say perfectly fine. But then there's other words like ipeiko, which they really manage to destroy sometimes. I don't know why. And you know what? If I was to make one wish of Mahjong, I would be that Pon and Ron were totally different words, because Pon and Ron sound way too similar. Way, way, way too similar.
Yeah, that is a challenge
in all
all
languages. The time. Yeah. Ishanten.
Okay.
Pong. Oh, it'd be.
Pong.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't just be adding the G. You'd have to add the whole accent, right? I don't even know where Ron comes from. It doesn't. I don't know, because in Chinese it's hula. In Japanese, it's that's a funny thing when I first started studying Mahjong with JPML, like hola was the way that you would say to win, and at some point, thank heavens, everyone kind of dropped that, and now they just say agari. I'm like, oh god, that's so much easier. Agari. Yeah.
Why do we? I feel like I've seen agari in some older Mahjong clients actually.
Yeah, I'd like agari. I think that's I mean, I don't think. Yeah, I don't know if I'd want Westerners to say that, but yeah. The problem with Pon and Ron is they're just too similar, and there's so many times where it's caused conflict at the table.
Yeah. You just don't want people to not understand.
Especially someone who has to ref, like there's so many times someone's gone, oh, he said Ron, not Pon. And I'm like, there's no way there's actually no way that we can work this out. Even if I was there right at that time, I probably couldn't have heard either. It's like, is the dress blue or green or whatever? Yeah, the American Mahjong say Mahjong. Quite a lot of Europeans used to say Mahjong. Mahjong. Or Mahjong, like a lot of Mahjongs I heard for a while. I think a lot of Brits in casual games just say sorry. Maybe that should be it. Sorry. Oh, quick. Give me your points, you bastards.
That's actually yeah. Give me your points, you bastards is a new win call. We'll just do that.
Yeah. So, but even like if you're playing Japanese Mahjong, it's not Mahjong. It's Mahjong. Mahjong. And even then, like that sounds like a weird word even in Japanese. Mahjong. Like what? Yeah.
Sriracha sauce. Uh-oh. We got some serious... the stream. I can't see the tiles anymore.
You're terribly sorry, old chap. There are definitely British people who say that in tournaments.
Oh, God.
The posher ones, they are terribly sorry.
Are they terribly sorry? Because I don't think they are. I think they're just
saying
British
those
people
words. Don't say sorry. No, British people don't say sorry as an apology. It's an acknowledgement of your existence, and that your existence is screwed.
Well, we got some Souths, and that's nice.
Oh, wow. I'm so sorry. Maybe next time.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I don't know how that matchmaking works.
Matchmaking can be a little wonky.
It's been particularly wonky recently as well. Like, did I tell you I had to wait for Leap of Faith? Like, there was a server queue for Leap of Faith. Can you believe it?
Wait, what?
I could not believe it. I know. There you go. I was waiting for you to like... No. So we went to go and play Leap of Faith, and then when it started, it was like reserving server was the message that came up. And I'm like, wait,
Wait,
what?
what? Yeah, hold on.
No, it's been so crazy. It's been so busy on the servers recently. Yeah, we don't apologize. We accept it's not
Oh
a
my
good
god.
situation
Gemma,
for
you threw
you.
the door.
Oh, because I was talking too much. Bugger.
Yeah, you could. Oh no. This
I'm
is.
not. I'm not in. I'm not in the right space today, am I? Oh,
That's why your
whoever's
stream's all
playing with me
fuzzy
later
too.
this evening. Yeah, if whoever's playing with me this later this evening, I am. I am free and easy apparently at the moment.
Whoa, hold on.
Sorry, Gemma. Thank you,
That's a
Pez.
little. That's a little. Oh wait. But we got 678 Sanshoku as our other option. So maybe we threw the
Yeah,
door
I
in our
know, but
pursuit of 678 Sanshoku.
well, that obviously was what I was doing, but that's not a good way to play
This
mahjong,
is
is it?
all a
Now,
great play. Everything you're
don't.
doing is brilliant. You're brilliant.
No, you're lying to me, Dave. You know
I
I'm playing
am, but I'm
badly.
trying to help you by getting your confidence back.
No, no, no. That's an American way to get confidence
Oh,
back. Let's
how do you
British
do it
people
in your
don't
land?
don't.
Do I have to feed you some rarebit? Do I have to?
You have to make me a nice, sweet cup of
Oh
tea.
my god! They
Remember the
stole your apron out
borscht?
from under you, and none of the traditional Welsh borscht. I really wish the stream
Yeah,
was
get back.
not as. I wonder if it's not doing
Yeah, you,
something where
yeah,
it's
you can't
like.
you can't be nice to me. You have to
Hold on,
banter
I'm
at
gonna kick
me.
this stream. I'm kicking it.
Okay. Now you have to, you
Oh,
can't
now I'm
be
getting a
nice to
stupid
people.
ad.
If they're upset, you have to try and make them feel worse. So then they
uh,
realize that actually they thought they'd hit rock bottom, but where they were was actually
I
above
wonder
where they
if
are
Twitch
going to
isn't
be
doing
now.
something where they start to like degrade the stream quality if they don't think you're actively watching. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do
So
this.
British therapy works, yeah. No, we call it banter. It's banter.
All right. Well, Chun is your god now. It seems. No, it's just degrading. It's just degrading forever. I feel degraded by this. 234 could also be a Sanshoku here.
So I was thinking, but also maybe your beloved Chitoi, because I've ignored it so much.
Hmm. 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 I like making that noise about Chitoi.
You've watched British comedy. It's yeah. Do you know what? I'd like to tell you that it wasn't accurate, but it's pretty accurate.
Oh my. There's just a lot of options here.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with this option. Because if I
Okay.
draw Ron Red Dragon, then the Red Dragon can be my pair, right?
Okay.
And I
Okay.
can
Okay. 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 I
lose a
see. I
seven
see
and
what you're
eight.
doing. The 67788 gives you the Ipeco opportunity. You got a strong Pinfu. You got a potential Tanyao if you get rid of that red dragon. You got stuff. Let's see where it takes you. All right.
Hmm.
Are you gonna flatten down? Now you're gonna get greedy.
Yeah. I want something good to happen to me. Twin sequences chance to change the name. I hate twin sequences. We've decided it's
See,
go for a drink.
I would have thrown that red dragon at this moment. I would have been like, I'll take that Ishanten right now. Although I guess the Sanchoku, but still would have been Pinfu Tanyao, potential Ipeco.
I can't throw the red dragon into this, surely.
Could. It's not too bad yet.
Oh, Victoria Coren Mitchell. Yeah, Victoria Coren is amazing. I love her. I wish I was her.
So many
Yeah, Dave.
Ishantens
I'm
thrown
messing this
away.
up again, aren't I, somehow? I'm messing this up
So many
somehow.
Ishantens are being thrown away here.
I'm not doing very well, am I? Oh, it's all come true now.
Okay, okay, all right. Now you've been justified in your hopes and
Yes,
dreams.
yes, 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 yes.
You could be in a slightly better position if you still had that 4. But
It's a lost pin for Tanya. It's true, but it's the door,
no,
and
but
I
then
don't have
if
to
you had
throw
the
it to
4, you could
someone
have called the dragon for Tenpai also. You don't really have the option to call the dragon straight into Tenpai right now, but I don't think that's a crippling problem.
That 6 is going to get dangerous. Let's get it right now. I can't wait for a tiny Ron to stop this. Ron can sod off. I hate him. I'm doing it. I don't
You're just
care.
gonna call it?
Yeah. Because there's 3 5s out already, right? And there's no 2s out.
Yeah, those tiles are getting depleted, which means you have options. It also means you could take the last dragon.
Wait, no, there's 4 5s out. What am I talking about? There's 4 5s.
Oh,
There's
okay,
4.
so there's only the 2 left.
Yeah. Thank you, EMP. See, EMP was quicker than I was. EMP was quicker than I was at realizing my own brilliance.
There you go. You did it. You did it.
I did the Benetton ad.
The Sancho Cador 2, getting you up to 30k, first place so far. All right.
Okay, we can end the stream on me winning. That's what we're going to do.
That's what we're going to do, and then I'm going to get a lot of food. I'm so hungry.
Oh, now you're making me hungry as well. All that talk about rabbit makes me want rabbit. Pat Benatar. Benetton ad, is that? I know. Oh, a Benetton commercial. That's right.
A lot of rarebit when I was younger. But then, what happened? It's like, where's the story going? Once upon a time, I ate a lot of rarebit, and then... dun, dun, dun.
No, Benetton's an American clothing
I think
brand.
they
right?
have the things like the colors of Benetton. That's like their big...
Yeah, that was it. And they always had a very diverse cast for their adverts.
And like other brands,
Right.
definitely always had a very pointedly undiverse cast for their adverts.
Like American Apparel.
American
Apparel
Apparel.
still a thing?
I think American Apparel's gone, and I'm really glad about that.
Like, even before everyone realized that they were a bunch of shit, I was like, these people are obviously a bunch of shit. Like,
No, it
how
was
can
it was
people not realize?
terrible. It was terrible. I was so unhappy about that brand, and I'm so glad it's gone now. I have no idea how these people get anything. I don't understand.
Rabbit sounds like a cryptocurrency. It does too.
Oh, all right. We got some white dragons now. That's pretty good.
Oh, Benetton is Italian. Look at us. We've learned a lot today.
Yeah, but this is an educational program, actually.
We've had.
There's a lot you can learn about. This is a
Well,
rough
I feel
spot. Though.
it's
You need
mostly
something
everyone-
near that Dora.
Yeah, I feel like is everyone teaching me stuff
Are you bailing on the dragons?
rather than. Yeah.
Oh god, your stream.
Look at this stuff. What is it like? It's oh my god. Is it me or is it Twitch this time?
I don't know. It's back. It might be Twitch having problems. I don't really know. What is it? What is the plan here?
Tanya, Dora. I think that's a fine plan.
If you were gonna go fast, you should have just gotten the dragons.
American Apparel was founded by Canadian.
With player across playing so aggressively, I feel like if you were gonna go fast, you would have done better just pushing with the dragon. That's what I think.
Well, player on the left here is definitely going for a flash, right?
Yeah.
Player opposite, Tanya.
Tanya Dora at least.
Mm. Hmm. Okay. Well, it's not actually my problem.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. Everyone else, it flattens them out a little bit. What do you mean, Gemma? I'm thinking about Gemma's stream. Are you watching Gemma's stream? Ooh, hello. It's weird because my stream.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Zaps, if that's my.
But Gemma's
I'm
stream
not
that
sure
I'm
if that's-
pulling into my stream is getting iffy. But it could be me. I don't. We don't know. I don't want to assign blame. This could definitely be a flush. It could definitely be Super Dragons. This is a hand to go with. If you can. I don't like seeing any of those green dragons go by. No more green dragons. No. None of them. We have to draw them. All of them. This needs to be the hand Gemma wins on and gets her groove back.
I know, right? Because I'm playing with the Brits later tonight, so I don't want to be like in a big losing spot.
Toy Toy's coming up as an option now.
And those Brits are getting better at Mahjong as well, so you better be careful.
Can't have that. Can't train those Brits.
some of them are getting really good. Like,
Come on.
there's another green dragon.
Oh no!
I'm coming for you, Gemma. No, your fans. Yeah, Pez is coming for me.
It says flood in the water.
Yeah, and that's the problem. I think, like, I'm definitely one of those people who carries the baggage of previous hands. I know when I'm on a losing streak, I should just walk away for a week. Otherwise, I just don't get out of that headspace where I'm the loser.
It's definitely, I think, a skill to focus on is like keeping yourself stable and just being able to be like, no, I'm not gonna let this rattle me. I'm just gonna start the next game. It's gonna be a new game. It's hard.
Yeah,
it can be hard sometimes.
And it's not even as if I think I'm losing it completely. It's like I get too focused on one thing over another, like whether that be winning. I get too focused on winning and I'm not defending hard enough. Or yeah.
Well, now you can get little 3.
Little 3. If you want to get the Brits off the game, just haul a tea into the harbour. Yeah. I don't know why you guys did that. Like, it's good quality tea, man. It wasn't our tea anyway. We stole it from someone else for sure.
Yeah, they just took it from somewhere else, and they were really mad about the fact
we took it from someone else. Yeah. Well, because we were hoping to get some good money from it, weren't we? You could have just stolen it and not paid the taxes. That's the bit I don't understand. Like, why you were throwing it into the water? Just
because we were mad at you and we wanted to destroy it so no one could have it. So now the question is, how big does your dream get?
Like, the best way to destroy it is to drink it. I'm going for big. Good. Dream big.
This is the time to dream big.
Like, you think about all those tax avoiders, of which there are many now in this world. Like, they don't, Jeff Bezos there isn't, like, destroying his Amazon stock, is he?
He's not. Just destroying his Amazon staff. Like, he's effectively just grinding these people up and feeding their bones into the machine at this point. Oh my god, it's time. It's time.
I knew you'd like this. Come on, this is a good way. Okay, we all like this, right?
Yeah, I like this.
The way to play Mahjong.
This would be the ultimate.
This is quite a cheeky small dragons as well.
I know, it'd be rude as heck. You only have
I've only got one pond, and it's the last one as well. And it looks more like a toy situation.
Yep. Of which people feel really safe throwing the hots. Oh my god! The win,
there might not be blood in the water anymore.
Jeez.
That was outrageous. Thank you, Zach.
I see why that came out. That was not a crazy thing to throw, but
No. I mean, that was like I really feel for a name that I will not even try to pronounce. None.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was really cheeky.
I can't believe she got away with it.
I thought well.
I'm super hyped. And now we have a potential straight through coming up.
Mm-hmm. Staff for expendable stock is eternal. I don't know. Maybe he actually just uses the bones of his former staff to make his like huge penis shaped rocket.
Bread. He grinds their bones to make his bread. We all know the rhyme.
Or his penis shaped rocket. I mean, that was you talk about outrageous. That was outrageous. That was like he's there, like people here struggling with COVID and shit's just not great, and he's there going, I'm going to go into space. I'm like, fuck off, Jeff. No one cares.
Yeah, like no one right now is excited by this new bounds pushing of humanity when we can't even fucking get ourselves to care enough about ourselves to vaccinate ourselves against a deathly disease. Like, think of this incredibly low hurdle. This incredibly low hurdle we are unable to get over. Like, the only thing we have to do is, like don't go outside, which is fucking easy. And then also,
like Ronald and Jeff.
Get the I mean, again, this is within America, I'll be fair, within America. Get the free vaccine that people are literally paying you $100 to get. Like...
Yes. But the thing is, Amazon did so well out of this pandemic.
A spaceship could clear that.
Just give something back, for heaven's sake. Yeah, yes, Ronald and Jeff are persona non grata in this stream.
It's funny. Maybe I think Richard Branson did his space jaunt right before Bezos so that he would just avoid the hate. Like everyone forgot about
To
being
be,
mad at him when they could
I
be
mean,
angry
okay,
at
this isn't to be
Bezos.
fair to you, but Richard Branson's trying to do commercial space travel, right? That's his plan, is to make
Well,
it so that rich people can go to space,
yeah, I was
not
gonna say,
regular
when you
people.
say commercial space travel, it's not going to be something any of us ever actually can do.
I guess he's thinking more like Concorde, that kind of real
I mean,
luxury.
it's not
I'm going to
crazy
damn
to
this.
say. I would demo this for now, at least. It's not crazy to say that, like, eventually, like, if you do it, it will. Air travel was only for the rich when we started with air travel, too. I guess you could EPOTS it, but you don't need the points. So, like,
No, I think that was right.
yeah, surprising people with the quick pin fu for the win. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Air travel
Do we
started
have
only
enough
for
time
rich.
for one more?
We have, like, 10 minutes, so if it's...
Shall I queue for a quick one and see if
Do it.
that pops?
Winfu.
If it
Winfu.
doesn't,
I like that. Tim Curry will be upset that space has been touched by capitalism. Oh, that's a great reference. Tim Curry will be so angry. Um, I love that. But like, it's true. Yeah, you do commercial travel, commercial space flight. It's going to start off only for the rich, and then if it gets anyone anything, it'll become cheaper and cheaper until eventually one day it will be accessible to everyone. That's how air travel started. So I kind of get it. Also, I feel like Richard Branson has like a longer history of like
Oh,
doing things like that.
we still hate him. I mean, he is
Yeah.
still an absolute twat. He's really just.
But he didn't stop in the middle of a flight and be like, "I want to thank all you suckers for paying for this," like Jeff Bezos
Oh no, yeah,
did.
he didn't do that.
That was one of the most
Yeah.
offensive utterances ever. Ever. Like, it was one of those things, like, it was such a dumb, unforced error. Like, I don't...
It's not to him. It's not an error. He can't see
Yeah,
how rich he is. That's how rich he is.
Baffles me. It was like Andrew Yang screwing up everything in the primary for mayor here because he just did such dumb, like, bafflingly stupid things where I'm just like, you could just airdrop me into this situation with no context and I could say less dumb things than you said. I don't know.
It was one of Bezos's friends. It was one of his ass lickers.
Oh, is that true? Wait. Hold on. Is it true that he didn't say, am I being unfair to poor Jeff Bezos, who obviously needs my fairness? But, hold on. Let me not say things that are wrong, because I do, the people who deserve fairness are our viewers.
Oh, EMP says both of them did. No, okay, EMP's back down. We can get back to slagging off Bezos. Bezos is there watching this stream going, damn you, Dave.
Dave, you're misquoting me! Well, no, I do want to be fair. I don't want to be... I want to be someone in my very tiny public sphere here who, when I say something, people can believe that I am saying something that is true and not just making up crap.
Yeah, Bezos is like, he's like, I can't...
Slow down the Twitch! They're offending me! It's hammering on his big red lag up the streams button. No gamers having fun today while Jeff Bezos is on watch. Dude.
We'll find that we're like the new meta that's been Marshall's the disgusting
Bezos,
meta that Twitch has to like come down on. Yeah, he does own the platform.
Oh, we're gonna get demonetized. All of our incoming riches.
Oh no!
We've been demonetized. How can I feed my family? It's a quick match. We got a quick match.
I'd love it if they sent us an email saying they're demonetizing
our channel.
Wait,
Oh no!
way ahead of you, Bezos.
Yeah.
Way ahead of you. I've been demonetized
We
for
preemptively
years.
demonetized this channel.
Thanks,
Don't
Serge.
worry. Don't worry. Lose a bit rate every time Bezos is missed. Seriously, I just don't understand the colorblind. Not the colorblind. Just the situation blind, the world blindness, to be like that. To be like, oh, I'd like to thank you all for paying for this. Like,
Yeah, I feel like if you're that rich, just be very quiet.
just say
Or
some
do
bullshit.
something
Be like,
good with
this
your
is an
money.
incredibly unique opportunity. I'm humbled to
Yeah.
have the chance to do something like this. I can only hope this is the first of many opportunities people have to experience these things. Look at that. 3 sentences. I just said it off the
I'd
cuff.
I'd still be okay if he made it a personal thing. Like I've personally been, I get it. He's got a lot of money. If I had a
Yeah.
lot of money, I'd be doing things for myself too.
Just don't come back. That was the other thing. I love the
Yeah.
don't come back petition. That was my favorite part of all of this. There was immediately a petition to just be like, don't come back from space, please. Is that what Richard Branson? I know what Richard Branson said, to be fair. I don't have any hate to heap on him just because I know he's kind of like an adventure-y sort of guy. That's like the persona he cultivates. So, like,
He's okay. Richard Branson's not quite the same in the. Oh no, he is a bit like. Well, he hasn't really screwed over his employees quite so much. But I would like to say that when the COVID stuff hit, he really did screw over his employees. He's just a capitalist, right? He's just a capitalist. Um, but I don't think Richard Branson did it in a way that made me think he thought we all gave a shit.
yeah. Well, also, again, maybe I'm uninformed, but I don't think that Richard Branson like is one like has built an Amazon in some ways, like has built a machine designed to grind people to dust, which is what Amazon warehouses really are.
Yeah, no, I mean, he was at the cusp of that wave, though. I mean, he did start with this kind of hyper capitalism, and I don't know, like, I'm not a big fan. I don't despise him, but But
I
the
don't
thing is, when he
despise
went to
him.
space, he was like, I want to set up a business, and I'm like, okay, well,
Yeah.
I know what he's doing. This is his thing, and he wants to sell rich people space travel.
Where are we going here? We're gonna con this. We're gonna con this.
I'm moving towards that.
We could con this. I don't know, man. I feel like I have a tough time with people using things like Asperger's as excuses for saying things that are offensive. I'm not a psychologist. I can't diagnose people, but Elon Musk like is also just kind of a jerk. He's just a big old jerk.
Um,
And
Zap
he's had
says
plenty of fun doing
that
his market
people.
manipulation with cryptocurrency. Like, whatever, man. I don't have any pity feelings towards Elon Musk.
Zap says that Branson is nice. People like him, so
That's interesting.
yeah. I mean, yeah, that's probably important because I don't have like. I might just
Now
have
we
gut
could con
instincts
into we could
against
con
people
into
who make
Tempai.
me-
Wait, what? We're not
No.
gonna con? Wait. Oh, it's reaching on the table.
Too
Oops.
dangerous.
It's not. It's
Yeah.
never dangerous to con. You just gotta believe in yourself and just do it, man.
No, pretty much. Yeah, I don't think we can excuse everyone. Like, there's plenty of people with Asperger's who manage to not be touched, and he's
Yeah.
got people. Like, he's got
He's
people.
got
He
people
pays
to manage
Why
this for
didn't
them.
he pay someone? Yeah, pay someone to tell him what to say.
And the final thing with Biz is again forgetting even literally what he says. It's what he does with his business, which is just unethical. Elon Musk too, strong arming California to let his Tesla factory stay open, even though his workers were going to get COVID. Like that's not
Yeah,
Asperger's. That's just
yeah.
you're a bad person.
Let's say that Bezos was just running a nice business, and he was just paying his workers a fair wage. He was letting them have toilet breaks because that's where we're at now. He was letting them have toilet breaks and sick leave, and then he said something that was a bit weird on a spaceship because he's rich. I'd be like, okay, well, he's not scum because obviously, and that's probably why Dave is not, upset by Richard Branson because obviously Richard Branson,
As far as I'm aware, I don't know things
treats
about him.
people well.
Like, I don't hang out with him, but I haven't. He hasn't been jammed into my head as an example of someone who has terrible business practices and abuses his workers.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. I would say that maybe if he had become the capitalist he is now, later on, maybe he would have been a terrible person. But because he became a big rich man, in
an era before
90s,
that
I
was
guess,
like the only profitable thing to do.
Yeah, like exactly, right? Like there was lots of ways that you could make money that wasn't just destroying everything around you. Yeah. I mean, I used to spend a lot of time in the Virgin Superstore, so.
Yeah. Well, Amazon's true ill isn't really. Well, it is their crushing of small business. It's a whole bunch of stuff. It just makes me sad all the time. I'm just always sad.
There's just so much they do. Yeah.
I don't really know. I don't even know if I'm willing to believe that Elon Musk is an engineering miracle worker because all he does is pay other people to work engineering miracles for him. You're not a miracle worker if all you do is buy the miracles. It's like saying the manager of the New York Yankees is the best baseball manager in the world. No, the New York Yankees just buy the good players. Helps a lot. And it's true. Could you still screw it up? Yeah, you could. But like, I don't know. I don't have any specific feeling about Elon Musk being personally a great engineer. He just got lucky with PayPal. Like, Sumo.
I mean, I honestly, sometimes I'm not, wow, I hit an Uradora.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't
Hello.
really know about it. Sorry, Chiral. Sorry, Chiral.
Oh,
I got lucky. I got lucky.
that is a good Ura flip. That is pretty sick. I mean, there's an interesting.
Oh no, but a good project manager will get the best out of their workers.
Yeah, like there is value in running a project effectively. There is value you can add there, but I think it is always very important to speak honestly about what you do versus what the people you manage do, and how much credit, and make sure to give credit to the people you manage. You want the people you manage, and this is like manager talk now, right? Like, you want people you manage to feel like when they do good work, you are going to be a conduit for that good work to be seen, and you're not going to just sit there being like, yes, I did it, me, the guy who did all of it. And it's a terrible thing to do to your subordinates, to treat them that way.
Yes, that's what I was going to say, MP. Like, about Bezos,
Ooh,
I don't really understand sometimes what he is trying to achieve, because I don't really see any achievements. I mean, like, he was going to bring Tesla, and then, I mean, I've seen one
Elon Musk,
Tesla in my
Bezos.
life, I think. Elon Musk, sorry, Elon
Okay,
Musk.
I'm sorry.
Elon Musk. Like, you know, like, he says he's going to do all these things, he's going to provide all these wonderful technologies and blah, 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 but, like, does anyone actually manage to own a Tesla? Like, can I go to a shop and buy a Tesla?
Yes,
I don't
of course.
think so.
People have them everywhere. I see them all over the place.
I have not really seen it.
Well,
Like,
here in the U.S., they're
New
fairly
York, right?
commonplace. People can get them and do get them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no,
okay,
they're definitely
enough,
not. They're not vaporware. These are real vehicles that are actually being produced, and people are buying and enjoying.
Zap says it's really hard to build a hat time. Experts are close to a lot of people trying it. There's a special school reading where technology should go, and Musk is strong there.
I don't know if I agree that Musk has read where technology should go, but I would say that he's read where it will go sometimes. Should is, I think, a strong word, or maybe I feel strongly about using the word should.
Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah.
But there are talents in there, and I'm not going to call him untalented. I'm just going to say I don't think he's I don't see any proof that he's a particularly brilliant engineer or anything. He might be talented. He might be a good manager. I don't know. Because I also feel like a lot of times things like good management are viewed through the lens of results. And let me tell you something, a lot of sociopaths become good managers because they like bully and oppress people into getting stuff done for them. So it's tough to say how you it's tough to come up with a rubric for defining whether someone's a good manager or not.
He's definitely good at building a brand. He's built a brand.
Oh, sure.
You can't deny he's built a strong brand. Everyone knows, you know, he enjoys that at least. Right?
Google's strategy is not a million projects and just finding the big one that hits. Google's strategy is absolutely no strategy. Google's strategy is literally, it's been like 20 years and we have no idea what we're doing. Still, we just keep getting money for ads, and that's good enough for us. Oh, also, we'll buy your thing. We'll buy your thing and murder it.
After Google Glass, what was it? Yeah, that went horribly wrong, didn't it?
They have no
I am
strategy.
only just first.
Yeah, you are just by the skin of your teeth still in first. You gotta...
I think their strategy is maybe to avoid regulatory demise.
Yes. No, the thing that Google has as closest to a strategy is like buy anyone who could compete with us and avoid being regulated. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, they're basically a monopoly, right? Via Tesla, they're more for decarbonization than possibly any other. And interesting, Tesla Roadster. Huh. That is interesting. I didn't know that. I mean, I haven't really seen much decarbonization in my little life here.
I would 100% agree that Tesla's existence and success has been a huge step forward for people believing electric cars are possible and pushing that industry forward. So I have to agree with that.
Swinging it back around
welcome back,
to that
Lure.
conversation we had about pronunciation. You say Tesla and I say Tesla. Is it Tesla or Tesla?
I think it's Tesla, but I don't know, man.
No, I don't know either. I definitely try and make it more of a z noise than a s noise. Hi, Riddler.
You get extra
You get
credit.
extra credit. You get extra credit for that, definitely. Thank
Well,
you. And you came when I started winning, because the rest of the stream, maybe you're the reason that I was losing, because I had
that's true. Being
lost
without
all
Riddler
stream.
was the problem here.
It was a bad, yeah, that was that. Now we understand. Now I know what went wrong.
See, the thing is, though, I feel like that's maybe not as important as one might think, because we can always clean up the electricity, and we can clean up the electricity in a much more central way. If everyone's driving electric cars, the points of change that we need to manipulate to clean up the electricity are much less and much easier to regulate. It's also interesting what Zaps is saying that that's no longer true. Again,
Mm.
very very open to data about this. I'm kind of conjecturing off the top of my head, so I definitely don't have all the data on hand.
I mean, I would a majority pedestrian, I'd say the best way to decarbonize your transport is to not drive a
doing
car.
cars. Hey, I can save
Yeah,
time.
it might be okay. Yeah, like just don't drive as much. I mean, use
Yeah.
public transport and get on your feet.
Well, we've been pushing
And
for
like
that here
that's
for
the one.
years.
Yeah, I think we need to push for that more heavily now. Like everyone's
I
like,
feel
"Oh,
bad for
technology is going to solve all our problems," you know. When I'm like, we've already solved them if we just use our legs and maybe bicycles and make roads safe to travel by bicycle and make the public transport easier.
Hmm.
It's Tesla. Thank you, Rutler. Thank you.
Like the thing about using electric cars, frankly, is I'm just really happy to push the problem back onto the big folks. I'd much rather be in a situation where I drive my electric car. If we're still polluting, it's up to you, power plant operators and government regulators. Like, you are the people who need to fix this.
Hmm.
And now you can. You're empowered to, because you can just give me better electricity. So we're all lined up, right? Like, I want not me to be the person who's solving this problem. I also want someone to bother solving the
Oh,
problem. Oh, dear.
there's not much I could do about that.
No.
That's all right. Second place is all right.
Second place is first loser, right? That's what they say.
I mean, but I'm, in the end, like we're not going to be able to. No, we can't walk and cycle everywhere,
No,
right?
no. I
As
mean,
someone who
cars
has
and
taken
trucks and
many
other things
long
will be
haul
necessary.
flights. Yeah, and yeah, exactly. I'm like, oh, I walk and cycle, so I'm totally decarbonized, apart
It's
from
all
all
good,
the
Wawa.
stuff that's delivered to my home
Be honest, I
or I buy
fart a
from the
lot. I
supermarket.
am contributing. I'm as bad as a cow, probably. Like, methane emissions.
Do you know what, Dave? If you're ever in space for some reason and you're asked to make a speech, please let me write
I'd
your
like to
speech
thank the
for
people
you.
of Earth
Please.
for sending me as far from them as possible currently. I'm so glad all you idiots threw money into my, human-powered wood chippers so that I could go to space and laugh at you from up here. I didn't even go to space. I just, touched it for a second and then left.
Do you know what? If he said that, I'd have respected him. That would have
He
been something
should
I
have just
could respect.
leaned in hard on the Dr. Evil meme and just done the whole speech in character.
I know, sorry, Chiral. That was a sucky. Yeah,
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 that was a rough
you got
game.
unlucky with my
A
door
rough
flip
game
as
for
well.
everyone, Chiro.
CV still calls severance traffic excellence.
Yeah, I'm scared.
Partial fix, yeah.
It's true. Like EVs don't magically fix everything, but I do have to give Tesla credit. I will say they did a lot for the credibility, the company as a whole. And I'm going to give the company. I'm not going to give Elon Musk no fucking credit, but I'll give the company as a whole credit, and the people who work there. They did a lot to push forward electrical vehicles as something viable. They've pushed mainstream companies like GM into saying, well, we're going to produce electric vehicles now. Like, there's been a push, and it's been a successful push, and I think that is a good thing for the world. But Elon Musk is a pile of crap. Jeff Bezos is worse, though. There. Sorry, if you're listening, you can keep slamming that slur on Twitch button.
Yeah, I would say if I was to rid the world of one very rich man, it would be Jeff Bezos.
Oh, no. No. Murdoch.
Oh gosh, well Murdoch is going to shuffle off this mortal coil any day now,
True.
so I might not have to. And his children hate him. One child is really got really angry because his dad was always climate change denying, right? So he's now like a climate change activist, and I think one of them still likes him, but I feel like I've only got Murdoch's days are numbered, so. David's personal beef in the. We all have personal beef in the Murdoch days. Murdoch is just.
We all do.
Oh God. Oh God, I can't. And what I don't get is that America, with all its freedom and how we hate the foreign nationals, blah blah blah, allows a foreign national to tell them a huge portion of their country what to do, right? With Fox News. Crazy.
They don't know. They don't care. But let's not go that far. We have hit time. We are good. We've played our games. We've tortured poor Gemma. We need to find a better internet powers so that we can have more powerful internet somehow.
Yeah, did someone check whether my stream was degrading?
I'm still getting I'm getting a lot of.
I'm gonna.
Blumpy.
No, I'm gonna look on. Oh no, that's not my thing. That's not.
I see. Sorry, I'm reading what Zaps is saying. It's super interesting. So basically, they basically come up with the worst possible case of if your car, yeah, for the amount of energy your car uses in a very short amount of time, so like the most acceleration, deceleration, the most energy output required by the car, the worst way you can make the battery is an also if they were just powered by literally shoveling coal into like a furnace.
Dave, I'm sorry. My stream is not degraded on my side.
Oh my
so
god, maybe it's me. I hope it's not me. How could it be me?
It's not degraded on my side. So
Well, now I have to complain about something.
sorry, Dave. Okay, I'm gonna stop streaming now.
Okay. All right.
So that we
Well,
can-
thank you for joining us. We will be back next week with some more stuff
Yes.
to do and hopefully exciting week stuff. But thank you all for hanging out and chatting.
And
talking
you know,
about
you
the
can
world.
bring stuff to trigger us as well. You can bring
Yes,
your own
please
political
do.
topics to trigger us.
Please do. We love that. Do possibly use 570 for that? That's a big number. I don't know if that's true, but it's not true here, so that's fine. Wait, what? Electric
So,
vehicles? There
why
are
are
no
there-
elec- Oh, they're hybrids, you mean? Are you talking about hybrid vehicles?
Yeah, hybrids. Yeah, my parents have got a
hybrid
hybrid.
vehicles have a gas tank and they have a gas burning motor, but they also have a battery, and I believe they try to they use regenerative braking to charge the battery, and they try to use the battery when they can, so they're supposed to just use less gasoline. That's the Prius. That's like an old.
My dad's got a hybrid, and it freaks me out because no longer when you put the key in and like turn it on, like first of all you don't like turn the key, so you don't hear the motor go up. Like you don't. It just starts, and you're like, wait, what? And it just starts moving. I'm like, I need some sort of engine noise. What is this? They need to put an engine noise in those hybrids because it's freaky.
Yeah, it's super weird. It's super weird. I haven't seen any. I've seen Priuses and stuff. But I haven't seen any of the self-charging hybrids in person. It's super weird. Is it just a normal car that they're like, it's a hybrid because it has a battery in it, like cars have always had? Like, all right. I'm too hungry. I can't.
Okay,
I can't. I
guys.
love you all, but I'm so
Yeah,
hungry.
I'm
I'm
gonna-
sorry. I have to go recharge my methane emissions. By eating. All right. I'll see everybody
Okay,
later.
guys.
Thank you for joining us.
Bring your
and we'll see you
fossil
next
fuel
week. Yeah, bring your
information
fossil
next
fuel
week.
information. Bye, everyone.
Bye. 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 Bye.